Door open, already talking.
Okay, so nobody freak out, but I can't find Jim. But as long as we all stay perfectly calm...
And that's when he sees it. And that's Akachi, slumped in Harry's chair, and the cracked mask wearing. His head's tilted back, looking up at the ceiling, and he's utterly still. A broken screwdriver is stabbed in the middle of Harry's desk, and it's pinning a light blue cardigan that's stained with something dark. And there's a circle of sand, it looks like, around the chair. And before you really have any time to react, Gus, that's when Harry is hurled out of the storeroom like a sack of laundry, and he goes skidding across the floor, and then the door slams shut behind him.
Okay, am I the only one who isn't...
Sledge on that pole a couple of times would probably take care of it. You guys moved?
Yes, we did. We had URM.
Well, I've got it here. There's somebody nearby.
If they ever found out.
Well, now I reckon I ought to tell you a story about a little office that handles things nobody else will. You know, a supernatural, super unnatural, hauntings, hexes. The whole list is rather long, and we don't have near enough daylight for that. What you need to know is this. Ain't no script here. We make it up as we go. Music, sounds, etc. It's all produced for you live, like magic. And it being a scary story and all, I'm assuming it will have all the things scary stories do. But I'm just guessing here, because of it being improvised and all. Alls I know is with this cast, well, it's probably gonna be brutal, violent, and have enough moral decay to make our therapists quit. You got one of those, right? Good. So use your brain, okay? It's gonna be scary, strange, and dumb as hell. Oh, f*** off, you.
in some kind of crisis?
What the fuck?
How much trouble can you get into in an office?
Apparently a lot. What in the hell happened? Akashi? I'm gonna go start shaking Akashi and see if they happen to wake up. Akashi!
Nothing happens. Yeah.
Shit.
She's out.
Did we have a water cooler in here? I know we had a coffee machine.
And she's wearing a mask?
That's right.
Is this like is this cursed possession situation?
No, I don't think so. Well, I last I checked, I was pushing Akashi out of that door next to.
Did you find an evil mask?
No, I'm pretty sure I've seen that mask on Akashi's belt before, at least earlier today.
Right.
But no, what? Is that water? Something? I'm gonna open the supply closet.
You're gonna open that door again, the one you just got yeeted out of?
Yeah,
I mean,
I
I'm not
figured maybe
judging
it's-
you, even though it sounds like I am. I might be partially.
Well, you both. It's a bit of both. I know. It's
Okay,
fine.
all right.
But
there's
yes.
a slight bit of admiration, if that makes you feel any better, because I probably wouldn't open that for a week.
Well, Catsy's in trouble.
Fair enough.
So
All right, make your rolls.
Yep,
Remember, you got to roll
take
twice
the worst.
and take the worst.
And I
one,
got to
yeah.
do a minus 10 shift because that's what I got for souls. So
Oh,
it's great.
no.
I'm definitely. Let's see. That's a nope. That's not a six. That's a failure.
Okay.
And that's a
Oh,
failure.
God,
So
okay.
yeah, they're bad. It
All right.
don't not a major omen at least.
Okay, so what do you think happens when you try to open the door to get some sort of water or kitchenette?
I want to say
area?
it full on resists.
Yeah, I
It
think
just
it's
won't
shut.
even.
Yeah, I think
it won't. It's
even
like it's
open.
locked. Like I can't even rattle the door handle. It's full rejection.
Oh yeah, it's totally frozen. Okay, I like that. Okay, then
It's
that's
all-
exactly what happened.
Rattling at it. Fucking. Oh, you have water on you. Something.
I don't carry like a canteen.
I don't know. Maybe you do. I don't know. Shit. Is there any coffee? Oh, is there cold coffee left in the mug? I know he poured it over. I don't know, but
I don't think so. I think
All right.
Catsi just dumped the whole thing. Yeah.
yeah. That's if shit. What happened to my?
I'm gonna go to Akachi and I'm gonna kneel beside them and try to take the mask off.
Oh.
Hey, all right.
Okay, I'll hold off on what I was going to do
Starting
then.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Not bad
then,
choices.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and roll for me? I love this.
Yeah.
It was a mess, and we're starting with a mess, and it's going to stay a mess.
It wasn't going
Yeah.
any other way.
What kind of roll? What are you thinking?
Your main magic stat is your mind, right?
Yep.
I'm going to let you decide. It's either mind or soul.
Gonna go for mind.
Okay. I think that's wise.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's an 8. That's an 8. Okay,
All right.
so I think there's a moment, like as you kind of crouch over and you reach down with your hands to pull Akachi's mask off, I think you hear maybe a little bit of like, I think wind, but it sounds almost like a wind chime and almost like maybe a voice as you're starting to do that. And then it's just kind of like a exhale of breath is released as you lift it off. There's something magical happening here, but you seem to be safe or impervious to whatever would have happened to you here.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So I very gently set the mask aside and then start just kind of tapping Akachi lightly on the face, like, hey, Akachi. Akachi?
Go ahead, Akachi, if you want. We can also roll for it and see how fucked up you are when you wake up.
Yeah, I think I'm probably have to roll for that.
Yep, let's do it.
This will be my mind. I think this will be a soul.
Yes.
Mind is my magic stat, but I think it'd be
Yeah,
soul.
it's soul because you did a swapperoonies, right? And I think this is the only
yeah.
way you would have been able to, take, because you can't take it off right now. You weren't in charge,
Yeah.
but a successful roll from somebody else was able to get the mask off. All right, let's go.
Failure.
27. Okay. It's 7 off. Do you want to take... Oh, you can't take a burn. You can't take a burn. You just burned out.
Yeah.
I will say that you can wake up, but you're groggy as heck. And I think for right now, I don't think you remember what happened, the takeover, for just a little
Okay.
while into the scene, and then it can come back.
Okay. I think as you're tapping my face, I bolt upright, headbutting you in the process. Like, oh,
Oh, you fucking... Hey, buddy, what's going on? This is
Oh, you
no
did
place
it,
for a
Gus.
nap.
You did it, Gus. They're fine now. Well done.
oh, what happened?
Well, I think you broke my nose.
Well, other than that, I was more wondering what the hell you did. How am I out here?
Am I
Do
bleeding?
you need no,
Am I bleeding?
No, you ain't bleeding. You ain't bleeding. It just probably stings a little.
It stings a
God, you
lot.
have a hard head.
Uh,
What did you do, Akachi? What is this? Why'd you pour coffee all over my cardigan?
What are you talking about? How did you end up out here? I thought you switched. Is the thing still here?
No, it's in there. It's in there. But no, I was thrown out after. Well, you were here with a mask on, and my cardigan in a sand. It's a circle of sand. Look, there's a sand circle around you.
I'm going to be so pissed about that when I get in this office. Sorry.
Yeah, probably will. Maybe we got a vacuum dust buster, but there's sand everywhere, and you put coffee all over my cardigan, and then there's a damn hole in it. What? You stabbed it through with a screwdriver.
I will be honest. I'm still coming out of whatever happened. Never mind.
What thing? What thing are we talking about? What's going on?
He can slowly start to come back to you now.
I was looking for, honestly, anything to tell us where Adler went. Walked into that door over there and ended up in a void with some creature in there staring at me.
A lot of teeth and antlers. Yeah.
All I really saw were the dark eyes, but...
Well, I saw more then. It wasn't good.
Through that door?
We're one of its destinations, I think.
And then Harry managed to get me out of there, but you ended up stuck there as well, which was a stupid decision, by the way.
Well,
it didn't change. We still had one person stuck.
Yeah, but you were out.
Stuck.
Yeah. There was the thing in there needed something to stare at.
I immediately start walking towards the door.
I'd rather you maybe didn't make the same decision we just did.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Okay, Jim's missing, so I'm gonna circle back to that real quick. Does my nose look broken before I continue?
Not to me, but that's does it feel broke?
You that hard?
Fantastic. Okay, so I've lost track of Jim. So he's currently in circa 1947?
Oh.
8?
Oh.
I've immediately forgotten the year that Jim's from. Was it 47 or 48?
47. Think Jim's okay? Oh, fuck. And I'm gonna grab the mask.
Okay, and by the way, the mask, what's going on? What's going on with the mask?
I think my brother's in here.
So did like Akachi hit their head on the way down, or what? Anything like that? You see any like head trauma?
I was thrown into this room.
That's how I will be honest. I'm not entirely sure why he did this, but apparently, I think my brother's who got you out of there, Harry, and I think also got Jim out of whatever I think literal bind he was in. Think Jim's okay. From last time I and my brother heard from him, he had been tied up.
Now, if this were some sort of, anime or something, this is the moment where we would have the flashback to what actually happened. The last thing that we recall is Jim screaming into the magical walkie-talkie before it cut off because acid was burning. Thank you. Perfect.
Okay, well, we just grab, because you got your radio here, then we can contact Jim, right? So we'll just get in touch and...
The radio's broken?
Whoa.
Yeah, I can see that now. Now that I've looked over here, I can see that now, yeah.
Right. When did you, whence did you lose Jim?
In his whence, 48.
Right.
47.
47. But, and how did you get separated?
Well, he went to go to a meeting, and I was meant to, hang out and, watched from a distance, and then we got separated, and he had the radio, and I had no way of keeping in touch with him long distance, and he gave me his gun, which, you know, that's stressful. Yeah, but it's his gun, so we might be able to use it to, you know, find him again, maybe.
Oh, like a sort of anchor or something, I guess, if that's it.
Well, I'm hoping he gave me the.
She's not here. All right.
I mean, because he gave me the gun, and presumably, you know, he's the last person to touch it outside of me. So maybe if we open the door.
I mean, it brings us where we're supposed to go, so that would track, I think, unless we're supposed to be somewhere else, which then I guess that's where we'd need to be, and that would help Jim anyway, if this office works that way as intended. Though that door did not bring Catsi or I anywhere we needed to be. Office. I don't know why I'm so accusatory of a room.
Don't really want to open that door again, but at the same time, I don't think, again, 1947 is not a place for me.
Well, that's not a door we need to open anyway. It'd be the front door. And...
Yes.
Oh, right. That unfortunately makes sense what you mean there. Yeah. Oh, shit.
I still think you should, if Jim is in danger, or at the very least alone, you should all definitely find him.
Yes, we should. Well, leaving you here to your own devices is not necessarily the worst idea, but it's also what are you going to do? How can we help you? How can you help from here?
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure how the radio even worked across Wentz's. I don't know if there's anything else that'll work across it either.
Well, you did things. You said you freed Jim across Wentz's, so clearly there's more than one way.
That was my brother, and he has a lot of explaining to do because he seems to have a much better grasp of magic than I expected, which is any grasp of magic at all.
Your masked brother knows magic. That, weirdly enough, makes some sense. Okay. All right.
Also, he's alive.
Yeah, that was. I wasn't. That's. I mean, I'm happy for you. I remember when you and I met, and that was an ordeal.
Yeah.
So that's good news.
Yeah, you've never really talked about your family, so I am like happy for you by extension. It's kind of the first time hearing about it, but okay, so Harry and I will go to the 40s and we'll try and find, you know, get a track of Jim. I think before we go, I should take some photos of all of us. I think that's a good idea.
Right, and also why?
Well, at this point, I think it'd be good if I had something that, how do I put it? It's kind of my own version of tying a piece of string between us, so I can maybe find you again if we get separated.
Okay, the idea of an anchor is something like I was thinking that Alder cannot confirm or nor deny. So I'm going to say,
if the door works with weird keys that help us out, I'm hoping that something like that might help.
Yeah.
So
you don't have a picture of Jim, do you? Wait.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. The image from with Oglethorpe. We took a group photo.
That's true. Yeah.
And we'd all be in there, including Jim.
Well, it might take us to the wrong.
Well, more just if you need it, we should be able to. And I pull out the address that we had from before. This paper that said the address where you were going. I'm assuming I tried to use. It didn't work out so well for me, but this should get us where we need to go, and that might help us go to where we need to be.
All right. Okay. I'll. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Who's first? Picture day, real quick, before we go.
I think that's a perfect moment to switch scenes, actually. Meanwhile, Jim, to remind y'all, is in the office of Tony Spumoni. He just accidentally waltzed in, and he's face to face with a guy who wants to kill him because he owes him so much money. And there's maybe, I think Tony was in the middle of eating a sandwich, and I think he's just staring at Jim dumbfounded, like, what the hell are you doing in my office? And there's a moment of silence between them before one of them speaks first.
Tony, ¿cómo está? ¿Cómo está? What are you doing in my office? Yeah, what are you doing in his office? I thought you were tied up in that basement. How the heck did you get here? Yeah, how the heck did you get here? All right, Pete, I understand that's your stick. You parakeet Pete, you repeat everything I say, but it's starting to get a little old. Sorry, boss, I'm trying to get my own thing here. Yeah, I understand. The nicknames, they work themselves out. You don't force a nickname, all right? You don't force it. All right, we'll find you a nickname, Pete. Just, I can't have two people talking at the same time, all right? Just don't repeat what I say. You got it, boss. So, where was I? Mr. Ricci, Crazy Jim Ricci. You're in for me a box of ziti, last I recall. Is that about right? I sent my, best men to go get you. You're a slippery son of a gun. Let me tell you that. Now, how the heck did you get in here? In my office, while I was eating. Tony, I wouldn't be here if I didn't come with money. You think I'd be able to waltz into your office while you're eating a sandwich without having a good reason to be here? No, I'd be a fool. No, you see, I did talk to those fellows that you sent after me, and they kindly reminded me of the money that I owe you, and, well, yeah, go ahead, God, spit it out! I got some of the money. That bet that I made, remember? The World Series bet? Yeah, that happened over about a month and a half ago. What took you so long? There was a problem with the funds, you see. I just had to get the money, and now that it's all settled, I was able to pay an installment, and now I think we're good. How much was it? 200? 200, okay. Well, just so you know, if I did the math here, hey Pete, what's the math on what old Jimmy owes us? Let me see here, boss. Let me see. 1,000. That was about 6 months ago, plus 3 points on that, divided by. I think that barely covers interest, boss. Barely covers interest. So, where are you going to get the rest of the money? You've paid off your interest, but guess what? It's going to get tacked on next week. You got a stable flow of income? Or are you still trying that deadbeat reporter's job that ain't going to get you nothing? I've found some new employment, and it's been quite lucrative. New employment, huh? Really? I'd love to hear. Where are you working? Yeah, where you working? I bet this place is... What I tell you about interrupting me, okay? Stop it. Let me talk to this guy, all right? Don't say anything unless I tell you to. Sorry, boss. In fact, actually, I want you to do me a favor, Pete. Why don't you go down and talk to the fellas, and, let's make sure that he paid the 200 that he said he did. Why don't you go do that for me? Can't think with two minds in here. Yeah, you got it, boss. You'll head on down. I don't think that's necessary, Pete. Why's that? Because there's no reason? I mean, what, Tony, you don't trust me? You don't think I got you the 200? Seriously, I wouldn't be here if I didn't get that money. They'd still be beating me in that basement down there, which, by the way, did you renovate? It's so much cleaner than the last time I was down there. Well, actually, yes, we had a bit of water damage. We sealed up some of the cracks. Oh, anyways, we're not talking about renovation here. Look, you're not getting wise with me, are you? Huh? No, we're gonna go and count that money, make sure it's the full 200 before we move on to this conversation. Pete, go down there and go count it. You got it, boss. So what do we do in the meantime, Tony? We just gonna catch up, good old times? Is that the plan here? No, I'm gonna go use the Pichadoo and lock the door behind me. So that way you don't get out. I don't know how this whole situation has occurred, but something's fishy. And I don't trust it. So you hang tight right here. We're gonna get down to the bottom of this if you actually did pay that 200. Pete! Yeah? What are you still doing here? I was just waiting for you, boss. I can't get decent help nowadays. Go! You got it. I'll see you later, crazy Jim Ricci. Oh boy.
Blown away. So
I don't
now
know
that
what I'm gonna do here.
now that you're alone in the room, what is your first course of action? Because you don't have a lot of time.
Well, he locked the door behind him,
Yeah.
and I don't think there's any way that I'm gonna make that budge. And if I understand this magic and how it works, you gotta at least open the door for you to go
Yeah.
different places. So I can't even do that.
Yeah. You're in a little bit of a pickle.
Now, since I have used the magic before to my detriment, at least I know that there is something that I can do with this magic, but I have to be careful. Otherwise, I might end up walking into the stall where Tony's, relieving himself. That'd be even worse.
Yeah. So what do you think you're going to try?
Now, looking around the room, I don't see any other doors, do I? Is there maybe a closet or maybe
Ooh,
anything?
Let's roll to see if there's anything. Because there might be a closet. I was going to say there's nothing but a sandwich.
Maybe the sandwich can help.
Yeah, somehow.
You want me to? What do you want me to roll?
Let's go ahead and roll mind. Oh my God, it's a 3. Yeah, there's a closet door, I guess.
It's about time. I get a break. Okay. Now, what was I mean, I was in a rush the last time, and that's how I ended up here. Maybe, if I don't have the radio anymore, but do I have anything, the office, that I can kind of attune to? Something that I can kind of channel?
Ooh, that's a great question. Do you have, did you bring any material with you? Like anything from the warehouse? You still have in your inventory?
Let me think. So, I don't have my cigarettes anymore. I don't have my gun. I don't have...
But you do have that paper, I think, with Alder's handwriting on it.
That is true.
Yep.
I do have that. That's the only thing that I can think of. And, as I'm thinking this through, I hear, "What do you mean he didn't pay the money? Oh no, the boss isn't gonna like this. Boss!" Oh boy. Okay, well, if it worked before, it can work again. Let's give this a shot, and I'm gonna try to think about the office and walk up to this closet, and hopefully I do the same ritual with the doorknob turns, and think really hard about the office and pray that it opens up into the office.
Do you believe in this moment that this will work?
I believe that the situation that I'm in is going to end in certain death,
Yeah,
and that
if
I definitely have something more important, in my. So now I have a goal, so I believe in that. That like
Yeah.
this isn't the end for old Jim Ricci.
Right. Okay. Go ahead and roll. Us is in
Mind?
the chat, I guess. Yep, mind. You do have a shift. Oh no. You can would you like to take a burn and re-roll that?
Yeah, we're gonna take a burn.
Okay.
We're gonna take a burn and
You do
try
have
that
a
one
10
more
shift,
time.
so you have to get under a 30.
All right, let me
Oh my God.
up on that 10 shift, please. I don't want to die.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Okay. That's a 72 for those listening. I think you open the closet and there's nothing in there except for a coat, and then you get in the closet and close the door, and we see you opening the door and closing the door multiple times to try to get it to work. And now we're going to have to do some magic with time. So y'all in the office, what are you doing?
Gus's prerogative is to take a photo of Harry.
Oh, great. Okay, this is fantastic. So we're
And a photo of Catsi.
We're split screening this story right now. So as we see Jim opening the door, trying to get the office door open, we move over to Gus being like, no, stand a little bit to the left, like getting the light to the light.
Right
then
over. Yeah.
And then immediately back to Jim trying to open the door and shut the door. And they're casually taking photos while Jim is fighting for his life with a closet door.
Well, there's a level of urgency, but I think I do get caught up a little bit in the artistry of it. I go like, when you take these photos quickly, and I go, God, the lighting is not good here, is it? No, stand over. Yeah, no, stand over here. No, we'll make it quick. Yeah, just don't slouch. Wait on your left foot.
And then we hear the thundering footsteps of the gentlemen. Well, I guess they're not really gentlemen, are they? That are coming for Jim because he didn't pay. And you hear them shouting back and forth as they're like, no, he didn't pay. He didn't pay. No, what did I say? He didn't pay. And they're going back and forth. And then, have you successfully taken your photos yet?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
and
perfect. And you're going to try the door?
So the plan is that I've grabbed one of the photos that I have from my collection that has Jim in it, and that combined with the gun and the address, we're hoping that takes us to Jim.
Okay.
And
so that's 2
I'll
things
try
that you have on extra, right? 2 things for the 3 that you need for your spell.
Yeah, if it's the gun, the address on the piece of paper and the photo that has Jim in it, if that is 3.
All right, that'll work.
All right.
It'll work.
Now, if I recall correctly, I smoked one of Jim's cigarettes, and that gave me some kind of specific shift at some point. Can I cash that in now? Because that's also a Jim-related
yes, actually, I will allow you to do it. So technically, it gives you the ability to do one of Jim's abilities, which is the eagle eye, like to assess a crime scene or a room and get an extra detail. But I will allow you to kind of spend it, because it's Jim's magic, technically, as a way to try to reach him, if you'd like here. But right. I need to be very clear with y'all. If this doesn't work, if you don't succeed on this roll, then Jim is stuck in this office dealing with the situation. This is like the Hail Mary of trying to get to him here. And you all have to hold me to that, because I don't want any of y'all to die, but I have to stick to my guns here.
Yeah.
So I might have a thing after if that Hail Mary doesn't work in my own Hail Marys. So
let's hope. Okay, all right.
I don't want to.
You go ahead and roll, Gus.
All right. What's the shift value?
15. So when you use 3 items, which you are, and I'm saying that you're using Jim's magic into the photo, because the photo, technically, you were right, would have potentially taken you to the wrong whence.
All right.
So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that 15 shift. Let's go.
All right, and can I spend a burn for another 5? Is that how that works?
No, you can't. You can spend a burn to reroll. That's okay.
Okay. All right.
You can spend burn to use magic and abilities at the moment, but right now you don't have any magical abilities yet.
Gotcha. All right. Well, here we go.
Okay.
I'm gonna re-roll it.
Yep. So don't forget to take that burn. Oh my God!
There it is.
Okay, so you guys, I'm telling you here, and I'm going to draw this out just a tiny bit, and then we'll get right to it. Okay, so you're like, no, move a little bit. This lighting's terrible. You get everything all sorted, and then you're like, okay, I got my things, and you guys are casual. There's maybe a tiny bit of urgency, but otherwise you're just kind of relaxed as you open the door and you see a closet in front of you, and Jim is flat back up against the closet, shocked as if he's been caught doing something terrible. And then you see relief wash over his face, and he says,
"Oh, thank God! Okay, let's get out of here."
Yeah, come on in.
Immediately, I'm gonna slam the door in behind me. You'll kind of hear muffled voices.
Yeah.
Where did he go? What do you mean? He isn't here. That's what I'm saying, boss. He isn't here. How the heck did he get out? Ah, come on! Check the closet. All right, hold on. How do we stop the magic? How do we stop the magic now?
You guys, they're about to open the door.
Slam the door shut. Slam the door shut. Slam the door shut. Jim gets in and slam the door shut.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
brace the door. I'll sit in front of it just in case as well.
Okay. You will hear their voices approaching. It's almost as if the office is right now this closet door, and they might potentially open the office door in a matter of seconds. Your plan is to brace your body against the door.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna do since it opens in, I'm gonna do the foot, the shoe right in front of like the door stop, the tactic.
Okay.
Hopefully they ain't stronger than the rubber on my shoes.
I mean, have you seen them? I think they're pretty strong. So
Well-
they are going to try to open the door. So you roll your body, and we'll see how this goes.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Yeah, all right.
Is
good.
anyone
I shouldn't have
helping
been,
him?
You better. I mean,
Oh yeah.
well,
Everybody's,
Yeah,
I think, piling
everybody's
on the
piling
door.
on the door.
I
yeah.
think he's a bit out of it and still a little bit confused. as
me
to what
rolling
exactly
is the worst
happening.
thing I could do right
I know,
now.
but you get a 15 shift. I know you have to take the worst one, but you can
I'll
have a
have to
15
take. Well,
shift.
that I'll re-roll it, but it's not a success anyway.
Whoa.
Oh my God, it's a 44.
Wait, oh no, yeah,
It's
that
a
15
bad.
shift brings it to
It's bad.
35.
Yeah.
Oh, it's bad.
It's-
Yeah,
well,
oh,
it's
yeah.
an omen,
Was
so
an
no matter
omen.
what,
That's
it's
what I
an
mean.
omen.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter, but it's not
Okay.
even there.
Y'all, two things can happen. They're either coming in this door or they're going to start shooting through the door. I'm going to leave it up to you to decide which one you think is happening. I mean, technically, you know what? They start shooting through the door. I think they think it's their closet. I think they think Jim's in there holding the closet door. I think you hear them shouting like, holding the door shut's not going to stop us, Jim. You really are crazy, stuff like that. And then you hear silence for a second and y'all wait and you're like, are they leaving? And then you hear the click. And I think Jim has a second to react because you would recognize that sound.
Hit the deck.
Oh, I drop like a sack of flour.
Okay. And I'm going to need reaction rolls from you three. So
Yeah,
why
I
don't
was
you go
gonna say.
ahead and roll for me?
Yeah, what would
That'll
you like?
be your
How would
body.
you like?
Yep, that's going to be your body. Yep.
Good. Any shift of any kind.
5. You can have 5 because Jim did warn you.
All right, great. I'm going to do this and roll twice and potentially get shot.
Yep.
Yep, there's that and there's that. There we go.
Oh, God. Okay, that's
Good
an
old
84 for those listening, a 56 from
I failed.
Akachi, and a 38 from Gus. Okay, so the gun goes off, and 3 shots get fired through the front door of the office, and then maybe 2 more, and then a full round 6, right? For what gun he would have?
If he has a Magnum or a 6-shooter, yes.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But-
Okay, so he fires an entire clip into the closet door that he thinks is a closet door, but it's really the office door. Nobody rolled high enough to get a spare bullet, but it is terrifying, and the shots are going, and something's gone into a desk, and now what do?
I've dropped down, hands over my head. I'm freaking out because the last time I heard gunshots were aimed at me as well, running for my life after seeing my brother die.
Yeah.
So I
Holy
think I'm
time travel.
paralyzed on the ground.
Yeah, okay.
I look at Gus. Did I get shot at all?
No, nobody got shot. Nobody rolled
All right.
poorly enough to get hit.
Oh, good. All right.
I am.
Have
Go
like
ahead.
a wardrobe or a dresser or anything like that? Anything big enough to block the door?
We do. Technically, there's one in Alder's office.
Oh, that's far.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
I'm
there's
just going to
Miss
get
Moore's desk.
desks.
Yeah, Miss
I'm-
Moore's
I'm-
desk is right next to. You could just shove her desk up against
I'm
the door.
already moving toward the desk
Yep,
and,
yep.
and beginning to shove
Okay,
it and push
yep.
it as hard as I
Yeah.
can.
Okay.
I'm struggling a bit, though.
Yeah, y'all are. I mean, adrenaline's high. They're gonna take time to either grab a gun or reload. I'm gonna imagine he's just shouting for Pete's gun, like "Give me your gun!" And
Yeah.
you hear them kind of in the background. And then you guys are pushing Miss Moore's desk up against, and then you got Gus running for one of the other desks to kind of like pull it and push it up
Yeah.
against the door.
And I'm whisper screaming at the door. I'm like, cancel, lock, nix, cancel, shut.
Gus, give Jim his gun back. Give Jim his gun back.
No, Jim.
No, I'm not gonna shoot them.
They're gonna shoot us.
Problems.
Well, they think they're shooting us.
Stop the door. Stop the
We're doing both.
I'm trying to hand the gun to Jim. Like, you gotta shoot these guys.
I'm not shooting them.
And I think we do hear them now. responding, who's in the closet with him? They can hear your voices. I hear them. They're shouting in there. Jim, who are you talking to? It's just you in there, you know. Like, you got that going. And then give me your gun. And then you got another round of shots coming in, y'all. So go ahead. Somebody, Harry, why don't you just roll strength here for me?
Oh, good. Oh, thank
What,
you.
Harry?
It was your idea.
Yeah, no, it was. It was.
Yeah.
I know.
And I'll give you
I'm
the
aware.
Oh,
good.
my God.
I don't need to re-roll because the re-roll button doesn't even work for me.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, it
that's,
doesn't. When you roll Otherworldly Reckoning, it doesn't show.
It does-
I made it.
yeah.
It don't give nothing.
So that's
All right.
a 100. That's
That
that's
it
the
is.
worst roll you could make. I think
Yeah,
they're
I've had a
coming
few
into
of
the
them.
office. I think. Okay, Harry, you can decide. They're coming in, or you get shot.
You know, because I thought I was going too early, I'm going to take it. I'll get shot.
Okay, Harry gets. This is bad though. This is a bad. Okay, you're gonna
I
have
mean,
like
I'm
a timer
aware.
and shit. All right.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Okay. All right. So Harry gets pierced right through. I think we hear the gun go off, and then I don't even think you hear a sound from Harry. There's like a very light sucking sound,
Yeah,
and
just
then you
the-
hear Harry hit the ground. And then blood starts pooling out from underneath him, but they were unable to get through the door. We're going to have one more roll for them to try to get in, rule of threes, and they're going to roll that now. So who's taking over for Harry? Holy shit.
Is there any possible way that I could try to, sever the connection, or there's a door?
You sure? Yeah, you sure can. What would
I'm-
you like?
I'm
How
gonna-
would you like to try to do that?
The only thing I can think of, since this is my era, this is my time, I
Yeah.
think I have the best shot at maybe closing this portal.
Yeah.
And maybe I think I gotta leave something behind, maybe. From my time, I have to leave something behind. Maybe that would, leave the past behind. That kind of...
Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. What are you going to leave behind?
Well, since we went to the library, I think I'll leave... I think what I'll do is I'll take one of the newspapers and I'll slip it under the door. Thinking, like, if magic works the way I think it works in metaphor, leave the past behind, maybe that. If I leave the past behind, then I can close this door of the past. So I
Yeah.
slip the paper underneath of the door.
And I think what's super interesting about this, and you're right, magic works that way, is that papers in your day also were sometimes either delivered on the porch or sometimes they were slipped under the front door, or notices were slipped under the front door. So he's kind of like doing it in reverse, almost like we're going backward, which is kind of interesting. So he slides
Return to sender.
Yeah, he slides this paper under the door, but I want y'all to know that the camera would focus on the paper. There's underlined it's information about Jim's missing wife, and he's sliding that under the door into the hands of the Spamonis. And now, Jim, I'm going to need you to make a roll.
Mind?
Yep.
Or...
You bet.
Yep. I gotta shift?
You sure do. That's going to be your max 15 shift, because I'm having you do
All right.
the newspaper. I'm having you do the fact that it's your Wentz, and the fact that Harry just sacrificed himself for this. I'm going to allow that to count as one.
Oh my goodness.
Can we not do this again today?
We not?
Okay, that's a 66. That is an omen. I cannot believe it. Here's the deal. A failure doesn't necessarily mean you don't get the thing you want. It just comes at an extra high cost. So that's exactly what's going to happen here. Not only by you giving them the paper, but which paper you gave them. And that might not make sense to you right now, but it will later. So you slide that under the door, and then you hear nothing but silence for a second. And then you hear the breathing sound of Harry as he's struggling to breathe.
I think Harry was hit. Immediately, Jim's gonna start tending to Harry's wound. He's gonna pack the wound and then see if there's an exit.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have medical training? I think you do, right?
Learned in the field,
Yeah.
but not expert. Like,
Okay.
Jim knows what happens, like what you have to do with a gunshot wound.
Okay.
So he's immediately stuffing the wound, just packing the wound with as much, cloth as possible, ripping off like the sleeve of his jacket to stuff and pack the wound,
Yeah.
and then check and see if it left.
Yeah, I want to give you a through and through, but he rolled 100, so I think you don't find a bullet.
Where is he shot?
It looks like he shot through his left lung.
Well, that's worse than I thought.
Sorry, it was
Uh,
100.
So, if I can't hear anything through the door
Yeah,
at this
it's
point,
silent now. Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna glance to Harry and that situation, and then I'm gonna start trying to like shove the desks out
Yep.
of the way so I
Okay.
can get to the door.
Yep.
Hospital? Anyone been to a hospital?
And I think Akachi's
If we're gonna
still
go a
on the
hospital
ground,
route-
trembling a little bit. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
If we're going the hospital route, we want to go maybe your timeline. I mean, they got better hospitals in the future, right?
Yeah, probably. So yeah, I'm gonna try and clear the. I imagine me clearing the desks might take a bit. So
Yeah. It's just a little bit of a struggle as you're kind of like pulling the desks aside, but you do clear the door. I'm not going to make you roll to move the desks at the moment.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Am I conscious?
You can be for a little bit, if you like, just because you actually might die here.
Well, I have an idea.
Okay.
I recall that in the cookbook that I have claimed,
That's right.
when I was reading through it, there was a particular spell of healing.
Hey.
Am I recalling correctly?
No, you're recalling right. That's right.
All right. Great. I'm going to point to my desk weekly to see if anyone recognizes or notices what I'm doing.
I think Jim's at your side, so he might see you pointing.
He's pointing to his desk, but what? What is it? Is he?
The drawer, get it.
Akachi, check the drawer.
I will roll if I'm even
Yep.
present
I
at the
think that's
moment.
fair.
Yeah, Jim is completely unaware of what happened before.
Yes. Yeah, no.
Okay, so I'll say that I've cleared the desks,
Yep.
but if Jim is saying something on the desk, I'll bolt over and try and find whatever is being referred to.
Yeah. So
What am I looking for?
Yeah, we see Gus, like I'm imagining Gus is like a man of action and I gotta go, I gotta be moving. So we see him moving the desks and then he looks over when he hears Akachi doesn't move, sees Akachi trembling on the floor and that Jim is pointing to the desk and then just immediately abandons what he's doing, heads over to the desk. Is your grimoire cookbook on the desk?
It would be on my person because I think if I don't have it on me, I'll die.
Yeah,
I believe.
That's right.
So it's on me, but what I'm referring to, and I'll tell you, I'll give you the rundown of what my hope is here.
Yeah, okay.
A burnout roll. Well, a full burnout roll,
Okay.
because I'd like some dice in that desk,
Yep, okay. Okay.
and
Okay.
I'd like to use this cookbook and the
Okay.
spell in there
Okay. All right.
with the burnout as the cost.
Okay, so hold on. So burnout lets you
Please.
do the thing. You get to, you immediately take your burn all the way up and you get to succeed at whatever it is you're doing, although you run the risk of rolling on a, D100. And right now, if I'm not mistaken, if you roll either a 98, 99, or 100,
Just a
it's
99.
just 99?
Or
Okay,
100.
thank God. Okay. If you roll a 99 or 100, it means you're done. You die.
Which would fit the fiction with a bullet wound
yeah.
through my lung.
Yeah. And I'm okay with that. But to be clear, you want to use that on having dice in the book, or you want to use that on successfully casting a healing spell?
Successfully casting the healing. My hope is
Okay.
that I've left some dice in my desk because I used up dice
Okay.
on the entity.
That's
Now,
gonna-
even if they're not in there, I have other ideas on how I can make it go as a catalyst, but I was hoping.
Yeah, I love your
Doesn't
brains.
die.
Okay, if you're willing to do a burnout roll and risk death, then I will definitely, obviously, say yes to this. But I think it's going to change the nature of this spell so that I can guarantee that you will succeed at it.
Oh, sure.
In trade, which means you're going to lose this spell going forward. Because the nature of this spell, for it to succeed, it's going to have to, because otherwise you guys are going to have to get some crazy fucking ingredients, and I don't know how you're going to do that in time to save your life.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So,
as in, I see. Yes.
As in, Gus is going to look at this spell, and it's going to be like, rip this page of the spell out, read these words, consume this paper, swallow it, and then do mouth to mouth or some weird shit.
Right.
It's going to be something like that. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, there are plenty other spells in this, and this wasn't exactly
That's true.
my nature anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm personally okay with that.
Okay. Okay. Well, in that case, we're going to go ahead and roll first, and then
Yes,
the action
indeed.
proceeds.
All right. 16.
Jesus Christ, that 99 where it shows the fucking margin
Every time,
gets
it's
me
scary.
every
I've-
time.
I've
Scares the
now
shit
changed
out
the
of me
order.
every
Shall we
time.
Change the order, please.
No, I love it.
beg
Leave
of you.
it. I love it. every
Every
time.
time I wish you'd change it, and I'm overruled, and I understand why.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, but this means that your margin is now 98, 99,
Yes, it is.
and
I have
100.
bumped it.
Okay, all right.
And I'm clearing out my burn.
Okay, so that means that I think that this scene is, obviously this is still going to be really close call, but because you are sacrificing a burnout roll, you are going to succeed at this. So how do you manage to communicate to them when you're losing the ability to breathe what you want them to do?
I pointed at the desk. I said dice. I was able to get that word out before coughing up some blood. And then I'm fumbling as best I can to the cookbook at my side. I feel like what I've done, and I maybe... Normally these grimoires and things, they usually have like leather straps as bookmarks and things. So I would have tied it to my belt.
Yeah.
At one point or another. Since
Kind of big, but yeah, I think that's still fine.
it's more, I tied it to my belt when I was in the
Yeah.
zone, the entity room, because being weighed down a little bit's better than not having it, because I would have died in my mind.
Maybe
But
it fell off, and that's why you think you're dying. It fell off while you were like jostling the desk.
That would,
And now
that
you're
would-
like, this is why I'm dying.
that would make
so it's
sense.
just like on the floor.
And I reach toward it as best I can, and
Yeah.
if it's not near me, I'm motioning toward it for
Yeah.
hopefully someone will push it toward me.
Who grabs it?
I'll grab it.
Yep.
I'm on it.
Gus,
Here I am.
Gus grabs it. All right, Gus grabs it and picks it up. Gus, I need you to
Yeah.
roll a
Sorry.
burn condition major on the major table, please.
Cool.
Sorry.
Cool. Which one is that again? Sorry.
That's the major table, so it should be an option on your sheet to just
Hold
roll
on.
major.
Is it the major burn on the hand?
You got it.
Okay. All right.
Oh, it's
Oh boy. Rolls.
Second easy prey.
Yep.
Sorry.
You luck
Really
out,
easy prey?
actually. Yeah, really easy prey. It's not going to stack. It's just going to override it. So you're lucky.
how lucky.
Yep, lucky.
Yeah. Super lucky.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Rolls against
Hey,
you
I'll
guys
take it.
10%.
I'll take that.
Does that mean,
take
am I
anything we can
fated
get
to
right
be
now.
easy prey? Am I fated to be easy
might
prey?
be.
Is this
You
my?
might be,
is this
yeah. It might
It's
be in your
possible.
story, yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
you grab this grimoire, this tome, and go ahead, Harry.
I'm just reaching toward it as best I can weakly.
Yeah, I think there's a split second where I clock that it's the book from the shop.
Yep.
But it's just filed away for later, and I slide over to Harry's side and press it into his hands.
And then I go to, I need to see which one it is, because I left it in there. Yeah, that's perfect. The 8. The 8 of strength. I flip to that where I've left that card. And that's where that healing spell is. And I kind of touch the wound real quick and put the blood on that page before I go unconscious.
Harry's head falls back and his breathing is really labored and wet, and you see Gus staring at this tome, blood smeared on the page, and you do see maybe your vision is going in and out as you're looking at what looks to be Latin on the page, but then maybe it's sort of magically changing before your eyes. Right now, Harry's the only one who can read this book, unless you know Latin. Which I think you kind of did a little bit, right?
They translated.
Yeah, you did translate.
Does Gus knows some Latin. I wouldn't say.
Yeah. Okay. So, as you're looking at this spell, I'm going to have you roll for me, Gus. I'm sorry, just to see how much of this you understand. Now, he did trade a burnout to succeed at this, so we will, but it's just going to be how it happens and at what cost. Yeah.
Any shifts with my applied cognition?
Sure, actually. That's exactly what that skill is for.
Great.
I think it gives you either 5 or 10. Yep. Okay.
10. I'm gonna re-roll it if I can.
Yep. Take a burn and re-roll. Just keep an eye on that burn.
Damn it.
Okay.
Right.
It's a 72.
No dice.
Okay, that's okay. So you basically see only a couple of words in this spell, but you're pretty sure it's telling you to rip the page out and eat it in order to do this spell. And you do catch the word like of vitae. You recognize that. Health. Life.
Okay. So I will just give in to my instincts completely.
Okay.
I'm gonna make brief eye contact with Jim and go as I rip out the page and start. So have I? Is there any other instruction, or am I? Is this all I can glean from the page?
Yeah, you can. I'm gonna let you kind of take over here because it doesn't matter what you do in this moment. Something else is happening in the background, but I'm interested to see what Gus's instincts tell him to do here to get this to work. Keep in mind, metaphor, and there would be at least 3 things other than the act of consuming that paper that you would do.
Okay. So, forgive me for, using what you said before, but I suppose I'm going to tap into, the motif of Kiss of Life.
Yep.
Is what is how I'm going to interpret this. So, the idea that there's some kind of healing or something special about, something imbued onto the page itself. And something about it also being Harry's blood smeared on it.
Yep.
And the idea of I take this, I internalize it, I transfer it. So I'm gonna tear out the paper, I'm gonna scrunch it into a ball, and I'm gonna start eating the paper.
Okay.
As I've been told.
Yes. You used a key word here, and I'm just gonna tell you how you said transfer. And you said Kiss of Life. So this is going to take some of your life away, but just enough to give him his life back so he doesn't die. Does that make sense? And I think
absolutely.
You know that and you feel that somewhere in there, like you're going to feel like a couple years off you somehow when you're done with this. Okay, why don't you go ahead and describe what we see as you do this?
I think Flick understands that.
Yeah.
I don't know if Gus fully understands that in this moment.
Got it.
Yes, and the dice. Did I find the dice in the desk to assist with this? Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. Which I'm gonna press those into Harry's hand, assuming that that's the best place for them. And then I'm going to eat this page and see what befalls me in this moment.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. It's already going to succeed because of his sacrifice, but this is for something else.
All right, and what am I rolling?
Your mind. Or soul, either one, but I would recommend mind because that's your main magic stat. 30. It's a success.
30.
It is only going to take what it absolutely needs from your life source, your essence, to keep him alive. You've lost no more on excess. So you're going to feel kind of like, I don't know, this is so random and it's such a thing to do at an intense moment, but do you have caffeine on the regular? You know that feeling when you're done having the caffeine and you just feel totally exhausted and spent?
The crash?
That's it. you're going to feel that as you're doing this. You're going to feel this like build up in power as this paper that you consume. It's going to feel like it's burning through your stomach and down kind of like your throat as you do that, and you're going to feel it. And there might even be a moment of panic where Gus is like clawing at his chest as this burning sensation continues outward, and then all of a sudden you look down and it looks like your skin is lit with a blue flame, and then your eyes are now lit with a blue flame, and you kind of feel this overwhelming life that you have the ability to grant this, and you kind of lean over very slowly and give this kiss of life to Harry, and the blue flame leaves your eyes first and then through your skin down into Harry, and then Harry will take a breath of life and then start coughing up a bullet.
Good work, Gus.
I think after that transfer that I'm like kind of crawling backwards away from Harry on the floor, like clawing at my throat, like, what the?
This is the most intense magic you have seen or experienced. I think this is probably even maybe slightly stranger or scarier than the creature in the office. This was some really weird magic, and it's leaving y'all feeling a little shocked to have seen it.
Well, oh, God. Thank you, Gus. I'm not sure what you did, but I think I conveyed what I meant well enough. I'll pull the bullet off the ground.
Don't lose that. As you look at the bullet, you think to yourself, I better not lose this.
And then I pocket it. Well, they're not in here anymore. Look like a
Jim's gonna put his ear up to the door.
Yeah.
See if he hears anything.
I don't think you hear anything. You certainly don't hear them. You don't hear that annoying sound of the fan that he always has going either.
I think we're in the clear.
Oh, good. You might help me sit up, Jim.
Of course. I don't know what just happened. I'm at a loss for words. I've never seen anything like this in my... Today has been a lot.
Yeah. That was, when I was reading through this, I saw something about a healing spell. So that was that, I think. And I flipped to where it should have been and see that it was torn out. And, now it's gone.
You took the book?
I mean, Alda said we should bring back anything of note and dangerous potentially, so I did. And it did just keep me alive, which is pretty great. Thank you again, by the way, Gus.
Hey, you're welcome.
Is that mango? Mango chapstick?
I'm gonna walk to the front door and I'm gonna try to open it. I'm gonna try. If I have my faculties and I can stand up straight and walk without falling over from whatever just happened to me, I'm gonna beeline for the front door and try to open it.
Okay. You can roll a flat D100 for me. No check. 34. The door opens. It is nighttime, and it is a cemetery of some sort. You have opened, I think, a mausoleum door, and you're staring out at a cemetery. It's a little bit humid, swampy feeling.
Do I recognize it at all?
I don't
Any
think
familiarity
so.
to it?
Yeah, I don't think so. I know where you're from. I don't know everywhere you've been, but I don't think it's immediately recognizable to you.
Yeah, I think as I walk over there, I'm like clutching at my heart, at my throat, just sort of like hand on that. I glance back. I'm trying to find a word, and then I I walk out the door and swing it shut behind me.
Oh, wow, okay.
Well, that is probably not good. Or
What's that
is-
about?
I don't know. And the page is gone, so I don't know what did Gus do? And look over. Is Catsi still shaking on the ground?
I think they're not shaking anymore. I think they're sat on the ground. They push their back up right up against the wall to get as far away from Gus and Harry as possible after seeing what just went down. And they're just staring first at the door and then down at you, Harry. Was that from the house? Oh, I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Dan.
Yeah, I don't know why. Seems clear. Maybe refresh. Oh, now's not the time, clean feed. Watching my favorite soap.
Still nothing.
Feel nothing.
This has been the longest hour of my life, for the record.
Yeah, just to clarify.
I can't believe it's only been an hour.
There we
How's
go.
that now? Okay,
Yeah,
it decided
perfectly
to just
clean.
change my audio source for no reason. Good.
Oh, right.
Sorry. Please ask that again, as that has entirely left everything in my brain.
Yeah. Is that from the house?
Yeah, Alda said to take anything that could be dangerous so it could get stored or something, but I think it tied itself to me.
I joined your whole thing late, so sure, but did anyone else know that you took this?
Well, I came in and you all were gone. I came in exactly after y'all, but there was I don't know what happened in between. So I left at the same time as you, and I would have said something, but y'all were gone. And that's when I tried to find y'all, and then I bumped into you, Akachi, in the whatever void space. There was no time in between there for me.
Okay.
You noticed I was missing, right? Did anyone know I was missing?
No, we noticed. I think you should put that away.
Well, that's... I don't have the feeling of death with it not on me anymore, because that was a burnout roll, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm so sorry. I was looking at my notes as to what you guys bought with your experience points, your den. What did you said you don't feel death anymore?
That was one of the burnout conditions. If I don't have this on me, I'll die. But now that's gone. That feeling, that dread.
No. So that wasn't a burnout roll condition. That's a curse from this book. But I just used the burnout roll to get it.
Oh,
so,
I
yeah,
see. Okay, so you tied it together.
still
I did
do
not
think
realize
you're gonna
that.
Die if you lose this
All
book,
right.
yeah.
Got it. Well,
Now, we're adding that bullet onto that, although it's not necessarily that was more just a feeling that you got. It's up to you.
it's an important piece,
Yeah.
For sure. Well, I think it's tied to me in a way that if I get rid of it, it will be bad for me. But I'll talk to Alder about it when or whence we find Alder.
Now, how did that happen? How did it get tied to you?
I brought it here, and I saw things sticking out of it, and I was curious about what the hell it would have been. And there was a couple tarot cards, and one of them was the page that kept me alive here.
So it was when you brought it in here? Sure it wasn't
Well, it's when
you
I brought
touched
it in here and opened it up.
So not when you immediately touched it in the house.
I don't think so, but maybe. It may have been step one. I'm not sure.
We gotta be careful about what we bring in here, what we interact with. These are things that we
Yeah.
don't know about.
I feel like we need some magic gloves or something so we can touch things and bring them back safely. I don't think Alder prepared us for that outside of just saying bring back stuff that needs to be sealed or whatever. And I don't know how we would do that without anyway, it's neither here nor there.
It's not what's important right now. But I want to know where the heck Gus went.
Yeah, I thought I saw some gravestones or something, but I don't know more than that. Or when or what.
It was a bit balmy.
Yeah,
Reminds
I
me
did
of
feel it.
Louisiana, a bit, when I was down there. Real humid. Swamp smelly.
I think it was only there once for... No, I don't know. I wasn't. I haven't been to Louisiana. I was thinking if I had or not. I had a feeling I did for a second there, but no, I don't think I ever have.
Now, you'd certainly know. It's like walking through soup.
I think if we're going to find Gus, you probably should go after them now.
Yeah, I agree. How do I feel
Let's
standing
take a
up?
step back here. We've been through a lot already, and now whatever Gus is up to, is it wise to just follow him immediately? Like, we should take a step back here. We've been through a bit. Let's recollect here before we decide to do anything else.
Yeah.
Catsi, what's wrong with you? You seem a bit shaken.
Yeah, you're all right.
Yeah, and not just gunshots. They make me a bit, a bit jumpy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, understandable.
Well, I can't blame you. I mean, nobody likes getting shot at. And I'm sorry about all of that.
Shot. Yeah.
Or shot, which, you're feeling good now, Harry? I mean,
Good's
you took one right into the lung.
Yeah, good's maybe a bit of a stretch, but I can breathe. It feels a little itchy, a little sore, but I think I open my shirt up and see, is there like a bullet hole or
Yeah.
a scar?
Yeah, you do.
A scar.
You've got a scar. It's like it healed itself years ago.
Not sure. Well, I got I've heard that lovers like scars, so there we go. But I'm a little tired, I'm gonna be honest.
It's interesting. So it wasn't that it prevented it from ever happening, it just sped up the healing process in a way.
Yeah, that's what I read about that spell at the time, but I guess it's gone now, or at least that one is. What did Gus do? I missed that. I mean, I pointed at the dice and the book, but what did Gus do?
He tore a page from the book, ate it, and then gave you mouth to mouth. And he also took your dice and clutched it into your hands.
That's when I finally opened my hand and see the... good. Well, those are most definitely lucky now. All right. The book is probably still open at this point, my guess. I don't think I closed it.
Yeah.
What page was directly behind, since I can read this? What was behind this particular spell?
I think because you had healing and then you had some other necromancy spells. I think
That's
it's going
right.
to be journal, maybe notes from somebody. The handwriting's really neat and clean. It is old, though. You can tell the tome is really old. But it is talking about more necromantic healing magic. And I think maybe, I don't know how familiar you are, Harry, with I guess the assumption of what healing magic is. Or if you've read a lot of fantasy books, or I don't know what Harry's exposure to the idea of healing magic would be.
More than likely holy, and the
Right.
idea from like
Okay.
a fantasy, like Final Fantasy kind of thing, where you use your magic points and you heal them with purity.
This is maybe then a little strange to you as you start to read it. It's talking about how healing magic is not at all holy. There's nothing divine about it. It is all rooted in death and preventing death and the transfer of death and decay and reversing decay and all of that. So it seems to be this person's kind of ideas as to, how to maybe potentially one day reach a state of eternal life, of becoming deathless. And you see stuff like that written on this page, and it's a little bit of ramblings, but it's talking about kind of how the true gift of life lies in death.
That's a little morbid there, but I suppose I understand. It's sort of where they're coming from. Anyway, I then put the 8 of tarot back in, the 8 of strength, and go from there. Then close the book back up.
Yeah, I think that 8 of strength would have been used up because I believe Gus used that, right? So I think it burned up.
No, it was just
No.
the page was torn out. I just used it as a bookmark to this page.
The
then
blood,
Gus
dice,
used blood, dice,
and Kiss of Life.
and Kiss of Life.
Kiss of
Okay,
Life.
yep, all right.
Yeah.
And you still have that 8 that you slide
All
in.
right, though I keep it back in that same spot for now, and then close the book back up.
Yep, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
At this point, Catsi's pulled themselves up onto their feet again and has immediately grabbed the mask off the desk, like thumbing it. If we're choosing to take time, Keep, I think I want to go home.
Right. Is that wise now? I don't know. What I'm so I missed so much. What is this job we were on? And has it been accomplished? Was there even a job? What's happening? Again, I kind of got left in the lurch with the weird time fuckery.
There
Give you a rundown.
was no job.
Yeah, there was no job. It was a lead that I followed. Alder had a newspaper and was about something that was close to me, and I went to go investigate it with Gus, and, well, Gus made it back, I didn't, and as you can see, my past, well, it was shooting through the door.
I see. Right. Stereotypically, just checking, was that the mob?
Maybe. Yeah.
All right. Okay. That gives me a better idea of, well, you, frankly, and I don't mean that in a negative light.
None taken. Look, I understand. Anybody affiliating with those lowlifes, I understand you're gonna question why I even deal with them, but
I was arrested before getting here. I ain't one to judge.
let's just say it's hard to make ends meet when you know, trying to get by on your own investigative journalism and doesn't pay well, so you take one loan that turns into two, you try to stretch out the loan by doing a little gambling here and there, and soon you're in deep.
That
No way
I've
out.
seen countless times. Directly. Not personally, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there was no job. Alder isn't here. We don't know where she is. And
Right.
that's where we stand right now.
So then if there's no job, I don't see any reason why you couldn't head home then, Catsi.
Not to say you couldn't head home at any time, even if there was a job.
True that. I wouldn't hold you here. It's not my business. More just if there was something urgent we needed to take care of first. That's what I was getting at.
Yeah. No. I don't know where Alder is. The last time I saw her, she mentioned that the office felt strange. That Josephine wasn't around, which was strange as well.
I noticed that.
I don't know if what she meant was that thing we saw
It might
in
have
that
been.
room.
Yeah.
Thing?
You weren't in here at the time. I don't know if you want to describe it or not. You know, didn't Alder say something about describing things too much is bad?
I don't know.
I don't know what context that was though, so maybe it's fine. There was some sort of entity in a void. It was bad. It had teeth and horns and all sorts of nasty shit.
Sounds ghastly.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
That was here? In the office?
It one of the point at the supply closet door, as I do believe that was the one that caused the issue. Supply closet office. That door is just it opened up to a void. Catsi was stuck in there. I was able to get them out, trade places, and then I got pulled back in somehow. which I still don't quite understand.
That my brother,
Right.
kinda-
Right.
You have a brother?
Yeah. Before all of this started, the office, I saw him die. So I'm still trying to wrap my head around how he's... And I just kind of wave the mask here.
I think an easy explanation, looking at the book that I have and all that, magic.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you want to head back to your place? And Jim, did you want to go with me to try to find Gus? Or did you want to do, you had something else on yours and I'll go after Gus? I feel like I owe it to them at the very least.
I still think it is the best course of action right now. Gus left on his own volition. He didn't get sucked away. He chose to go through that door. He might need to process some things. I think chasing after him would be the bad thing to do. Personally, I think we should let him alone. Give him his space. There's a lot to process here. Sometimes you need to be alone.
All right. Fair. I might... I know time doesn't pass here, but it does or not. I'm not. It's still feeling weird to me, but maybe after a certain amount of time, I might then go and look for Gus if they haven't returned.
Yeah, but for now, I think we just pause in Jim's statement. I think we will switch scenes and we will go to Gus. Gus, my dear, you are in a cemetery. What are you doing?
I am just walking, like as if I can escape the feelings that are currently like coursing through me. Like I feel like there's fire, like there's ash in my lungs, and I think I'm coughing. I'm not really paying attention to my surroundings. I'm just going. Am I out under the night sky?
Yeah, you sure are. Lots of stars. There's a little bit of light pollution, but yeah, you've got a clear sky above you.
Yeah, I'm just coughing like I think there's something stuck that I can't clear, and I'm just walking until it feels natural to stop.
Okay.
So wherever my feet take me, like, probably not like just for like a couple of minutes.
Okay. Yeah. Just walking a walk. I will say that you do feel the kind of that like remnant of the burning sensation from this magic, and this distinct understanding and feeling that you used somebody else's power then when you did that. Not only did you use somebody else's power that they imbued into this page, they imbued it for them to use in case of an emergency or whatever. It was their knowledge, their magic, their power that they put onto that page, and then you consumed it. So there is this weird sensation, this feeling of some other thing with you in this moment, kind of like coursing through your veins along with you and your feeling, and that is feeling a bit strange and odd.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and just roll a flat D100 for me so I can see where your feet took you?
Yeah. 73.
Okay. You stop and you're in the middle of a row of a very large cemetery, you realize, as you kind of look around. You see, again, some light pollution in the distance, but otherwise, it's pretty quiet.
Yeah, I think that the coughing proceeds to a point where I maybe not fall to my knees, but I sort of like take myself to the ground, and I think I retch. I think my body is trying to expel something, like the remnants of something. Like I'm trying, like maybe like ashes from my mouth, or perhaps like some kind of liquid, some kind of like waste product of whatever process just
Yeah.
that I became the conduit for.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll your magic stat, which is for you, your mind. Let's see if we can't get some of this residue, this din, off of you. 38. Pretty close. Do you want to take a burn and re-roll that?
No, I don't think so.
All right. So as you're kind of like retching and trying to think of any way to kind of root this out of you, I think you feel the bile kind of raise up like you're about to, and then it kind of subsides, but you are left feeling with that 38 so close to a 30 that you know that whoever did this, whoever wrote that tome, whoever's magic that is sitting in you right now was not a good person. And they definitely did not have any good intentions with this healing spell. And you can feel that. It's almost like you were mildly intimate with someone's spirit versus kind of like meeting them and maybe touching their shoulder. You're touching magic to magic. Your magic is meeting their magic for a minute. To the point where if you saw this person, I think you might be able to recognize them based on your feeling. If you got close enough.
I am going to support myself against like a wall or a structure, or even if it has to be like a headstone, like depending on where I am. I'm gonna take out my Polaroid and I'm gonna take a deep breath. I'm gonna turn the camera at myself and I'm gonna snap a picture.
Hey, what is your intention here behind this?
I want to see if anything is like hitchhiking with me at the moment, whether that's physically or spiritually. Or I guess I want to see if I recognize myself in full, or if there's anything different.
Okay.
Like whether that's physically or beyond that.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead and make a roll for me. You can have a 10 shift. Oh my god. Okay. I think, Gus, you look at this Polaroid as it's slowly developing, and I don't know if you're expecting to see something, but you know something is in here with you. So maybe you're looking for, I don't know, some sort of spectral hand or a ghost or something kind of over your shoulder, similar to what you saw before in that previous case that you did. But you don't see anything, although your expression is one you've never seen yourself wear before. It's just slight, just a little odd. Maybe it's a tiny, self-confident smirk. The corner of your lip is kind of tilted upward in a way you don't recognize before. Something is with you, but it's not like anything is taken over you. It's more like you lived with someone for several years and you took away a habit. That's what it feels like as you look at this photograph. But it happened in a matter of seconds because your magic touched somebody else's.
Yeah, I think I just sit there staring at the Polaroid developing, and I think I sit there for a while.
Okay.
Do I see the lights of any civilization nearby?
Yeah, you see some city lights kind of in the distance. It's pretty dark right here where it is, but yeah, it's a fairly decently large city kind of over the hill there, if you wanted to walk in that direction.
Yeah, I think I try to gather the strength to stand and make my way towards civilization. I don't know if I'm looking for I think I'm looking for like people.
Yeah.
Like I think it's just I want to be alone in a crowd. That's definitely the vibe at the moment. So I'm looking for anything that's open, whether it's a bar or a diner, anything like that.
Oh, Gus. Okay, go ahead and make me another roll. This one's mine. You have a 10 shift against you.
So minus 10.
Yeah.
Sick.
Please succeed. Okay, 9-1.
Nah.
All right, you're going to walk towards the street. And you're going to see You're going to see city lights, and then everything's going to kind of slowly come into focus, and you're going to feel a little different too. You're going to feel a mild ownership over this area, this like street in this town, as you kind of like look around, like familiar, like ownership, like you've been here before, even though you haven't, as far as I know anyway. But you're going to kind of look around. You do see bustling crowd. You're hearing some jazz music coming down the street. There's clearly like night culture here. People laughing, having a good time. You can blend in if you want.
Yeah. I would just look for the nearest establishment where I can either,
Yeah, I think
get a beer or a cup of coffee, whatever the nearest thing is.
Yeah, I think you're people watching, and your feet kind of carry you here, and you do see this sign, neon. It says Hex and Hound. It's a bar, it looks like.
Okay, and I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna.
You do feel drawn to this place with that 91, unfortunately.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna go ahead and enter into this bar, and we're going to switch scenes. Back in the office.
I think I'm gonna just go home, sleep for a bit. And if the office needs me, I guess I'll be back here. Anyway.
Sure. Thanks for your brother's help, Catsi.
It's yeah. I'm gonna walk over to the front door and hope to open it to my time, my home.
Okay, yeah. You don't have to roll anything. You're going to open the door, and I'm going to ask you, the player, where do you think the door opens to for what Akachi needs?
I think it is home. I think he just wants to hold her girlfriend right now and cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think you kind of open the door, and it's like, let's say it's like the elevator ding into your apartment. And it's your hallway.
Yeah. I kind of look over my shoulder and just give a small wave before closing the door behind me.
See you again, Catsi.
Yeah.
Well.
Then there was two.
Then there was. This has been a day.
Certainly has. I don't know about you, but I'm staying here in this office. I don't think I'm welcome back home.
I haven't been back to my place in a bit, but I can't imagine it's doing amazing in the first place.
Look, if you want to go back home too, that's perfectly fine.
It's probably being watched or something, so I don't think I can or should.
Oh, you got problems back home too?
Remember I mentioned I was arrested?
Yeah, Alder kept mentioning that you were a criminal, but I didn't know how much I'd buy into it.
Thank you. I was set up.
You were?
Yeah, I worked at a casino. I was the one who watched for cheaters. And I'm lucky, and sometimes I would play, but I'd win, and I won too much, I guess, and they didn't like that.
Well, you know what they say, being lucky at the casino is the unluckiest thing you can do.
While I beg to differ, at the same time, perhaps. I'll get that later. Yes. Either way, it seemed like they didn't. Regardless of that, it seems like I was put as a fall guy or scapegoat or something or another. I came here from the precinct, actually. The door opened to, Catsi first, and then Catsi and I met up, and then we eventually ended up here afterward. And there was this person trying to recruit me to something, but it wasn't here. I can't recall if they told me where they were from or not. I know, but I don't know, I think. But either way,
Strange.
yes, I didn't listen to them, but anyway, I ended up here. If I go back to my place, there's more than likely they're waiting for me, thinking I somehow escaped. Even though I shouldn't have been able to, they're probably keeping sharp eyes out. So going home ain't really an option.
And looks like we're stuck here then, pal.
Yeah, you know, there are worse things.
Yeah, certainly are. Oh, look on the bright side. We have our health. You especially.
Yes, I am pretty pleased as punch about that. Though, didn't look like Gus did all right with it.
Well, he seemed a bit upset the fact that you took that book in the first place.
Again, some of the motivation, I'll admit, was curiosity. But Alder did also say to bring powerful objects back. I didn't realize that. Well, when I said it tied to me, I don't think I can get rid of this book without my own death.
Not bad.
Just a feeling, a hunch, and I tend to believe them.
That was only something you felt when you brought it in this office?
After I read it.
You read it?
Yeah, that's how I knew where the page was. But I can read it now. The words allow me to. I think when I first looked at it, it wasn't the case, but now I can. Yeah. I would suggest not touching it, though, if I were you.
No, I'm not getting anywhere near that thing. If magic works like metaphors, then we gotta be very careful.
Metaphor, huh? Yeah. Yeah.
Curiosity killed the cat?
Well, I'm still alive, so I must have had many lives. Maybe one of my 9 are done. But
well, that was certainly one of them after you spit that bullet out.
Yeah. Which pull out again from my pocket. I probably should get this on a chain or something and put it around my neck.
Yeah, that's your lucky bullet. That's...
Boy, is it.
I would keep that around.
Yeah, that's another thing I feel like I should be having with me at all times.
You know, I wonder if that makes you a son of a gun.
You know, I didn't really like my father, so I suppose I didn't really like the gun that shot me either, so I guess that would fit.
I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too far into this metaphor idea.
I like it. It's fine. It fits well, at least in my mind. Do you mind asking, what were your personal thing? What were you off for? If it's too much, don't worry, but it seems like a lot of this started with that. And, you know, I was shot because of whatever it was, I suppose, too.
Yeah, like I said, Alder had some paper on her desk. It was a newspaper about my missing wife. It was a lead. It didn't match up with the one that I had.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know that or have heard that before. My apologies.
To be fair, I don't think we all sat down and had a chance to really fully explain our stories. We kind of really leapt into this whole job we were presented by Alder. We didn't really get a chance to learn too much about each other. I still don't know very much about anybody in this office.
Yeah, actually, now that you mention that, I haven't had any time to sit down, really, outside of when we were showing you how to use a computer. I think that's really the longest time I spent outside of a job with y'all.
Well, I guess it would do us some good to know a little bit about each other. I'll give you a quick summary if that helps. Maybe.
Sure, I'll do the same after you then.
Well, let me see. Where do we start? I'm guessing that this whole thing. Well, now I'm most certain. There's a reason why I'm here. My wife disappeared while I was out on deployment, and things didn't add up. And, well, that whole fiasco that I had just left, I learned that, well, my wife and maybe another wench maybe another time, she had succumbed to consumption. And, well, I met with her
Tuberculosis,
mother.
right?
Yeah.
Apologies, I just am making sure I'm remembering the phrasing.
So, in one instance, I knew her, as an adult, and we ended up getting married. And then I went off to war, came back, she wasn't there, and then tried to figure out what happened. And then in another instance, apparently she died a long time ago, so it would have been impossible for me to ever have been able to meet her. And then I met her mother when I was back there, and supposedly she had told her mother that I was going to save her somehow. So, there's that.
All right. Yeah.
I mean, before it just felt like I was floating, and now at least I know that I have a purpose. It's to save her somehow. I don't know exactly, but this place has its part to play in that. I know that for a fact.
Yeah. I don't mean to be insensitive. Well, from what Alda said, in the wince where you lost it to consumption, did you ever see the body?
I visited her grave where she was buried,
But
then that wince when she died of some consumption.
But you didn't see her.
I wasn't going to dig up her grave.
No, I understand that. I mean, you weren't able to make the funeral. You weren't able to see the body at all. It's just, you just have a grave.
Well, yeah, because in one wince, she had died when she was 6 and I had never met her.
Right.
And in another wince, I knew her, and we had been married. But then she disappeared after I came back from the war.
Right.
So, and
Right.
one instance I knew her, and in another I should have never. But apparently, she knew of me, and said that I was going to save her. At least that's what she said to her mother when she was 6 before she passed. But no, that's all I have to go off of.
No, it's something. It's odd, I'll admit, but it's something.
Very odd.
Yeah.
But it's left me with more questions than answers. But that's the basics of me and my backstory.
Yeah.
So I'm to understand that you're running away from the law? You've been framed for a crime?
Yes. Well, I think running at this point is incorrect, as I'm here now. I don't feel like I need to run. It was more I was already being processed by the law, and I just so happened to end up here instead. But yes, I was head of security at a casino, which from my whence it meant surveillance, but of a technological nature. I had many views of the casino itself, the tables, all of that, so I could keep an eye out for cheating. Because, again, I'm very good at gambling, which means I was also very good at spotting when people weren't gambling and they were playing the system. You know, card counting and weighted dice and that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that was what I was hired for, because I was very good at it, and eventually, I guess either I won too much and they didn't like that I was able to do that, or I was set up. They needed some sort of person to take a fall for a crime they committed, and they needed someone to be blamed. I don't right know. But
did they run the charges by you, what you were being arrested for?
Yes, they just said I was embezzling and cheating and using my position to gain wealth, which I didn't use my position, and Alda keeps saying I was cheating, and I don't really know. I wasn't, to my knowledge. I was playing the games. I was playing craps. I was throwing dice. I would win a lot, yeah, but I thought that's just because I'm lucky.
just how lucky is lucky? Like, how much did you win?
Well, I can't really remember a loss, to be fair.
Well, there's your problem. The casino is a business, and you're a liability. No wonder they thought you were cheating if you never lost.
Right. I mean, that while true, I used everything they gave me. So they would be able to notice that I wasn't cheating if they're the ones that give me the dice and the cards and all that. But nonetheless.
So you have a lucky nature about you.
That's how I feel. I've always felt lucky. And I mean, I survived. I pulled the bullet out again. This, I'd say that's damn lucky.
Now, do you want to clear your... I mean, obviously, you don't want to go to jail, but...
No.
How are you gonna clear your name?
Well, I don't know if I don't really care, honestly. Not like I want to go back and work there anymore. I didn't really have anyone to go back to anyway. So, parents dead, or my father, if he is alive, I don't really care about him. So, didn't have any siblings.
Nobody you were sweet on?
Used to be. Not anymore. He left. Which, you know, it was probably admittedly my fault in being too absorbed in my work. But nonetheless, yeah. Though my luck did turn around after they left. Felt luckier after. Anyway, yeah, so no one waiting me at home. So this was kind of honestly a lucky break for me.
Well, it might not be obvious to us all why we're here, but I feel like everyone has a reason for being here, and if it doesn't become immediately clear now, it might later. And we all have a role to play here, I feel.
Oh, yes.
I feel like we're all a part of that story. We're going to help each other out.
I think so. I mean, despite all the constantly calling me a criminal and a thief and all that fun, I do feel like my luck's only going to get better working here.
Well, yeah, I'd say. I mean, surviving getting shot, that's pretty lucky. I mean, that's already
I agree.
proof.
And not, going up in flames, holding on to this book seemed pretty lucky, too. When I first looked at it, felt like it was going to burn me alive, I'll be honest, but then it didn't. And then it, well, I was going to say it claimed me. That doesn't feel quite right, but it also does.
Yeah, and for the sake of safety of, everyone in the office and, each other, maybe we should not meddle in things that we don't fully understand. Though curiosity might compel us to. And I understand Alder said that we might want to be bringing back things, and I'm not sure if she even said that. It seems a bit reckless. There's got to be a way to, a method in order to neutralize these items so that we can bring them in safely.
Exactly. I mean, like a, evidence bag or something that could protect it. But at least I remember Alder saying that the closet, the storage room, there's one that has relics that are for safekeeping so they don't get used, and we're the ones to bring them here so they get stored. Again, yeah. I fully admit that not all of my motivation was there when I got this. There was curiosity, but some of it was. Now it's not at all. It's mine, for better or worse, but I do agree.
But also be careful about what your intentions are with whatever item it is. If it's curiosity, I understand. But maybe the intentionality of whatever we bring back as well will hold its own weight. If you happen to stray into thoughts of, well, maybe this could make me richer, more powerful, more you know, those emotions might bleed into whatever we bring in here as well, so let's be mindful of that.
Oh, sure. I mean, when I read this, and I don't open it, but the point, the grimoire, my cookbook, the page behind the healing one, if we're just being all honest and think, this seems like a book of, you heard of necromancy? There was a movie in my time that talked about the Necronomicon and all that fun. It kind of feels like that. It talks about healing and you know, your body and getting that way. It also talked about eternal life and things. I don't want none of that. That seems like a bad idea.
Seems like a bad idea. It's most certainly a bad idea. I don't mess with any mystical forces like that.
Right. Well, I mean, I just did, and it kept me alive, to be fair.
To be fair. That is right. But at what cost?
Yeah, I think Gus might have a better idea than that after the way they looked.
Yeah. Because let's say, God forbid, something happens and you're no longer with us. Is that bind on the book going to lay claim to your soul?
I don't feel that's the case, but I didn't make any. Well, what was it? I'm trying to think. I'm gonna have to think of reference in fantasy or whatnot, but a pact or an agreement or whatnot, an oath. I hadn't done any of that. I just picked it. I feel like that'd be an escalation that would get you there, admittedly, but perhaps not. That's what I'll be talking to Alta about whenever they get back.
You have to be very careful when you make pacts, oaths, or swear by anything. I never swear by anything. Simply because I cannot.
Cannot or will not?
Cannot. There's a difference between
there is.
swearing
That's
and
why
making oaths.
Yeah.
And then simply saying yes, simply saying no.
I mean, you let your yeses be yes and your no's be no.
That's right.
Yeah. No, I appreciate the straightforwardness. I have no intention of doing none of that, but nonetheless, be good. By all means, if you see, it's good to have someone looking after you. So, you see me slipping, by all means. Not that I think that'll be an issue, to be fair.
Well, we'll see. I think it'll do us all good to watch each other's backs and look out for each other. You know, we're not alone in this. You know, all four of us have been brought here together for a reason. And if we go about this solo, each and every one of us, I feel like we're going to end up getting into a mess that won't be good. I mean, for now, everybody needs their time to process things, I understand, but just going forward, when it comes to these items and these dangerous things, maybe we should all, you know, before bringing anything back, making any major decisions, we should all weigh in before doing that.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. Yes. This was admittedly a snap decision for this one, but we kind of ducked out of there quickly.
Yeah. It paid off in the end, but...
Yes.
We'll see what happens with that book. I don't trust it. There's something about it that I do not like.
Well, I'll talk to Alda about it. I feel like at this point, me reading it is less dangerous than one of y'all reading it. But I
don't think any of us should be reading it unless we fully understand what it is. I, for one, will not
understand it without reading it, though.
You can. There are natures about things. There are.
Natures, but nature doesn't give the full picture.
Oh, it
doesn't
does.
give context.
Certainly does. Tools are made for specific purposes. A hammer to drive in a nail. A shovel to dig dirt. You don't have to use it to know what it does. You just simply have to observe it. And if that book was made with an intention in mind, then we certainly can learn a lot about it without reading it.
True, but shovels have other purposes. Hammers have other purposes as well. There is context that does change things.
That is true.
Hammers can be removing nails. You know, you don't have to dig a hole with a shovel, you can fill it in. So.
But everything has a purpose. Every tool has a purpose and an intention. What was that book's intention? What is the intention of that book? Who made it and why? We should get down to the bottom of that. Then we'll understand what it is that we're messing with.
I don't disagree.
Mm-hmm. It's like a gun can be made to hunt or it can be made to kill. But what it kills is based on whoever's using it. But it does that.
Which we don't know what this will do yet.
I think this is a good time to switch scenes, but I'm imagining as they were having this conversation towards the end of it, we see Jim just staring directly at Harry, but Harry's now looking at the book while he's talking. And he's just, yeah, it certainly does. And he's just, his gaze is locked on the book and Jim's gaze is locked on him. And then we're going to switch to outside of your apartment, Catsi. You go right in, or do you take some time to compose yourself before going inside?
I walk up to the door and then pause and take a deep breath. Clutching the mask in both hands before tying it to the belt loop of my pants. And I will walk on in.
Babe, is that you? You're back early?
Yeah, it's me.
How was your day?
Yeah.
I'm making pork chops, but vegan.
Thank you. It was a little bit disappointing. I was meant to have a meeting with the lawyer, but he had to reschedule. So I just had to take the time to just get some fresh air before coming back. Didn't really have anything else to do anyway.
Okay. Do you want something to snack on while you wait for the pork chop?
Yeah, is there any ice cream? I'm kind of craving ice cream.
Yes. Which kind do you want? Rocky Road or mint chocolate chip?
You sang mint chocolate chips. I think that's for you. I'll take Rocky Road.
Thank you. And at this moment, I turn around. What do I look like?
So this is Maddie, or Madison Hill, Catchi's partner. She is about 5'8", 5'9", taller than Catchi, so it's about 5'2". White woman, mid-20s, I think probably the same age as Catchi, they're both 25. Short, blonde hair. I think probably if they're cooking, I imagine they probably tied it up behind their head. Green eyes. I think they have I don't know what else they're cooking. It's just cooking pork chops. I imagine they probably don't have an apron. But I think they like wearing an apron anyway. So I think they have like a very... Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, does it say Kiss the Cook on it? Because I feel like...
Yeah.
I feel like she would have something that says Kiss the Cook on it. And she is absolutely wearing an apron because to make vegan pork chop, it's probably made out of tofu and cashew and some sort of mix. So her hands are dirty and she's absolutely been and kind of doing something like that. But yeah. And how long have you been together?
Oh, I need to look at my notes. I think it's been like 5 or 6 years at this point. Yeah, 6 years.
Then I've been talking to you the whole time while I'm still prepping food. But after I hear the freezer open, I turn to face you and then my face falls immediately and I say, "Oh, babe, what's wrong? What's wrong? Are you okay? What happened?"
It's just been a lot the past week.
I don't think I stopped to wash my hands. I think I just come in to embrace you, and I wrap my arms around you, and I'm trying not to get, you completely dirty, but I immediately just want to embrace you because it's clear you're upset.
I just bury myself in the hug.
Hey, what happened? You want to talk about it?
Because he was so upset at the funeral. And I'm pretty sure she blames me. And every time I think about Mum crying, and it just was like, we haven't had time to really process anything. Even now, I'm meeting the lawyer tomorrow to talk about having some kind of case against the NYPD. And like, we have to. But the world won't stop for us to just mourn. And I can feel the mask on my side. Like he's still with me.
Yeah, babe, he'll be here forever. You'll carry him with you always. And I don't care about my dirty hands anymore. I'm just absolutely embracing you in a full hug.
How was your day?
I watched TV. I called in sick from work, and my day doesn't really matter right now. I love you very much. What can I do? What can I get you?
I think I just want to maybe watch a movie for a while.
Okay. You want to watch Andor season 2? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. How about this? I'll run you a bath. Okay? You go take your clothes off. I'll run the bath. You take a bath, and then when you're done, dinner will be ready. Okay? I love you.
Yeah. I love you too.
And then I kind of do that thing where I look at you to make sure you're okay, and that if I leave, you're not going to just suddenly burst into tears. And it seems like that might happen, but I head anyway to the washroom, the bathroom, and start to, you hear the water go as I'm running the bath.
I go into our bedroom. Kind of a small thing. Couldn't really afford much, especially in New York. And I think as I'm undressing again, I see the mask. And I think once the bath has been drawn, I'm going to take the mask into the bathroom.
Do you hide it from me?
I try to.
Yeah, okay. I feel instinctively that I would give you privacy, and even if I did clock it, I wouldn't say anything about it now. But I'm fairly certain you could hide it in clothes or something like that. So I was just curious.
Yeah, kind of like wrap it up in a towel or something.
Okay. You got candles lit in there, whatever your favorite anything is, probably a bubble bath. And then you hear the cooking again, the washing of hands, and then you hear the continued making of the vegan tofu chop.
We always save the candles for like special occasions, so seeing that she went all out. I think even in the kind of raw, almost numb but raw sadness that Catsy's feeling right now, that they do smile at the fact that they set out these candles for her. And I think I will close the door behind me and lock it. Again, looking down at this mask. And I'll slip into the bath. And I think I'll put the mask on. With the intent of trying to speak to Ikenna again.
You don't have to roll. Does he kind of want to talk?
Yeah. I think the first time I'd put this on, it was in a moment of desperation. After feeling this urge, almost this call from the mask to put it on. And this is the first time I'm putting it on myself with my own intention, which in this case is to speak to Ikenna. And I think what happens this time is in the bath, a Catsi essentially falls into almost like a trance-like state. The eyes close, their breathing steadies, the arms kind of just fall to their side, looking up at the ceiling. And that's the state of a Catchi's body. But to Catchi's mind or soul or the combination of both, Catsi finds himself somewhere else. They are looking up at a golden sky. And I don't mean golden like the golden rays of sunlight or the sunrise. It's almost like it's actual gold, where there should be the blue of the sky, there is gold. Where there should be the white of clouds, there is gold. Beneath that, stretching out as far as they can see, is a shallow sea, no more than a couple of inches deep, of gold. It's hard to tell if it's reflecting the sky, if the liquid itself is just molten liquid gold, but it's still. And laying on their back in this space is a Catsi, arms out wide on either side of them, looking up at this sky. Disorientated, because seconds ago they were in their bathroom, but now they're here, and as they try to sit up, they find that they can't. They feel heavy here, like every part of them, from their bones to the tendons to the muscle to the skin of their body, weighs several tons more than it should. And they say, oh, move. Yeah, you'll get used to it. And beside them, don't even need to look to recognize this voice, but beside them is Ikenna, their brother. The audience had never seen Ikenna because when we last saw him, he was wearing a mask. But in this space, in this realm, in this golden domain, we see Ikenna. He is around the same height as a Catsi, maybe an inch or two taller. Very clearly twins. They've got the exact same face. He's just leaner, more angular. His hair, unlike a Catchi's, who's like big, almost unruly, his has been tied back into very neat, well done cornrows. And he's also on his back, looking up at this golden sky, maybe 5 feet away from her to her side. Arms like also outstretched on either side of them. Where are we? The mask. This is what it looks like for me when I'm here. Okay. It's pretty. I don't know if I'd use that word for it. You'd be surprised how claustrophobic. Something as large and even as golden as this can get when you think it's all you'll ever see. Yeah. It honestly, you kind of reminded me of that king from the story. King Midas? Yeah, like prison of gold of your own making, that sort of thing. Is that really you? Yeah. Catsi, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I left you, but it is really me. I've missed you so much. I know. I thought you were gone. I watched you die in front of me, in my arms. I know. Fuck. I went to your funeral, went back home for your funeral. We buried you, Ikenna. Mom couldn't stop crying. Because she didn't. I wanted her to scream, to shout, to do something, just to grieve and mourn, but she can't. She said there's classes, university, work that she can't even take time off of just to process what the fuck is going on. The world just wouldn't stop for her. And the world didn't stop for me. I know. And now the funeral costs are fucking insane. Maddie's gonna be taking extra shifts to cover things because I can't take a shift without fucking breaking down. And then the whole office thing happened. Magic and ghosts and drowning, and the world just kept going. And this whole time you were here, actually, I think instead of saying anything, still almost forced to look up at the sky. Catsi feels something warm brush up against their fingertips, and they turn their head to look in Ikenna's direction, and they see Ikenna, despite this immense weight that they must also be experiencing in this place, they're pulling themselves closer to Catsi until their fingertips brush against hers. The closest he can get to a hug in this place. I'm sorry. I'm here now. But I'm sorry I ever left. Told you I'd see you soon. Did you do this? Attach yourself to the mask? It's hard to explain. Do you remember Grandma? Yeah. It's been what? 8 years? 9? Mum is still... Mum hasn't really healed from that. I remember. She She knew a lot about magic. Actually, she knows a lot about magic. What are you talking about? Do you mean knows? Do you mean magic? Who else knows? I borrowed Grandma's cookbook about 8 years ago. I've been dabbling ever since. And my grandma knows a lot about magic. I mean, Grandma isn't dead. What? What do you mean? I don't know the specifics, the reasons I haven't been able to contact her since, but I know for sure she isn't, especially if the things in her cookbook are true. It'd be a bit too early. You better start explaining right the fuck now. I will, but I'm Muse Strange here. It's only been a couple of minutes, but it's been maybe 20 there. And I think Maddie's going to be worried if you're in here for too long. You a fucking piece of shit. You cannot. I know. And I think slowly the almost oppressive weight that Catsi had been feeling begins to lighten until she's able to sit up in this space. But the moment her head leaves this almost golden water, she wakes up in the bathroom. Mask still on her face. The water, I think, has gone at almost tepid temperature at this point. And they're just hearing Maddie, I assume, maybe approaching the door.
It's ready.
Okay. I'll be out in a bit. I'll take off the mask and begin drying myself off.
Yeah. We're gonna switch scenes. Gus. Okay, you enter into a bar that you have never been to before. It seems pretty busy. I think your attention is immediately drawn to the right-hand side of the bar, where there seems to be a lot of empty space. Like there's maybe kind of a more general area. There's seating, and then there's a bar to the left, and then more on to the right. There seems to be a secondary bar for whatever reason. There's only one server right behind the bar, and she is standing more on the right-hand side. She's got blonde hair. It's tied back. She's wearing black silks. She's got a bit of a youthful look to her. And she clocks you right when you walk in and smiles at you. Where do you go? Do you go to the counter? Or are you trying to lose yourself? Oh yeah, you're mute. Oh, sorry. You're muted. Hold. Got you. You're good.
Yeah, I head right on over. And I'm kind of like, patting down my pockets, trying to find my wallet as I head over there.
Oh yeah. Good point. Do you have your wallet on you?
I imagine I do.
Okay. Well, in that case, you have your wallet on you. As you approach, this young woman kind of brushes her hands on her thighs and says, "Well, hi.
Hey,
What
how you
can I
doing?
get for you?"
A double gin and tonic, thank you.
You got it. And she turns around and is immediately making you a drink. It does not look like she's making you a gin and tonic, though.
They must make them different in this part of the country.
Oh, sorry. I was making you the drink that I thought you needed. It's cool.
The drink you thought I needed?
Yeah. No worries. I got you. Gin and tonic. Right.
What's the drink you thought I needed?
Well, should we find out? And then she turns around and looks at you.
Sure.
Okay. And then goes back. And she's got a little bit of a kind of hop in her step as she's kind of rocking back and forth on her heels and her toes as she's looking around. She grabs a couple things off the table and then is maybe hesitating as she's looking at what she's doing, and then yeah, and then starts to make a drink. She's in her own little world.
How much is the drink you think I need gonna set me back?
Oh, don't worry about it. This one's on us. On me. On
you personally?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yep. And she puts her hands together and rubs them as she continues making this drink.
What should I call you?
JJ. And she...
Hi, JJ.
Hi. What's
I'm
your
Gus.
name? Gus.
Yeah.
Is that short for something?
Yeah, it's short for August, actually.
August.
August accent.
Oh, August.
ARGUS.
What does that mean?
Means watchful, sentinel.
Oh. That's cool.
Yeah, there's an entity in Greek myth, all-seeing Argus Panoptes.
You kind of lost me. But it sounds
that's all right.
interesting, though.
It loses literally everyone, don't worry about it. You're in good company.
Are you allergic to anything? I'm supposed to ask.
No.
Okay. Then try this. And she reaches out and sets a drink in front of you. You can very clearly see orange peel and cinnamon.
Thanks. What do you call this?
I don't know yet,
Okay.
but it's yours. So try it and let me know what you think.
Sure. So I'm gonna, I'll give it a drink. Like a hearty drink too, like a proper sip.
Yeah. And now I'm going to need you to roll for me because I don't know how well I've made this drink. So you can just roll a flat D100. Lower the better.
48.
Hey, not bad. Yeah. So I think that you're strong and tired and you need some rejuvenation. So I've made you this. The Sentinel.
Nailed it. The Sentinel. All right. Yeah.
And
Seems
I cross my arms and I'm just watching you drink it now very intently.
It's great. I love it. Thank you. The fact that it's strong, I really love that. That is really working for me right now.
Yeah, great. Well, I'm glad you
must
like
be
it.
you must be new working here, JJ. It's just a guess.
I'm not new to working here. I'm just new to working the bar.
Oh, okay. All right. This might be a really weird question.
I doubt it.
Okay. Where are we?
Not weird at all. You're in New Orleans.
Okay. I've never been to that part of the country, so that's fun.
Well, clearly you have because you're here now.
Well, until tonight, I'll say. I just blew in from out of town. And maybe this won't be weird for you either. What year is it?
That's not weird at all. I need you to roll me a D100 again, please.
Alrighty. 10.
We're going to go with 90 because I think you would have recognized if it was 1910. It's 1990.
1990.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool. Is this the usual clientele? Seems kind of busy tonight. What day of the week is it? Is it a weekend?
It's Wednesday.
Wednesday. All right. Hump day. Okay. You know what? It feels like a Wednesday in my heart, so that makes sense.
It definitely feels like a Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
That's a cool shirt.
Thanks.
You a fan of tarot?
I am.
That's not necessarily a good one to be wearing from what I know of it. You know?
You know, I just grabbed the first one I could.
Gus is holding up his shirt a little bit, and it says the Tower on it, and it's got a illustration of the tarot card of the Tower.
Yeah, I suppose it's an auspicious card to have on a shirt, but gotta wear them all. What's the point of buying the entire major arcana printed on tank tops if you're not gonna wear them all at some point?
Right.
Sure, I've had a rough day, so I might be a little off kilter, out of sorts, but I won't be sticking around too long.
No
Just wanted to
worries.
get my bearings.
You can stay as long as you like. Do you want me to leave?
Well, you work here, so I don't think that
I
would
could
work
just
out.
walk away and give you some peace and quiet.
Serve someone else.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else needs serving right now, but I could pretend to serve somebody else if that would make you feel more comfortable.
You're fine where you are. That's totally fine.
Cool, because I don't like people that much.
Okay, so is this like painful for you then, or?
No, this is fine, but going over and asking people if they need anything would not be my favorite thing. I could do
Right.
it, mind you, but I don't want
You've done it before, I assume.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, all right. How long have you been working here then?
Oh, a really long time. I can't even remember. There's a little twinkle in her eye as she looks at you and she says that.
As long as you can remember.
Yeah.
Well, how far back can you remember?
Oh, I think I must have been, 20-something when I started?
Right, gotcha.
Yeah.
You know what year it is right now, but you don't know what year you started.
Oh, I'm not very good at math.
Okay, fair enough. You know, I'm always lousy at small talk, so you
okay.
pick a conversation subject while I finish this.
Oh, we can stand in silence. I'm used to. Most of my friends actually don't like small talk. So.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't like small talk. I'd like to be good at it. It would make my life easier, but it's more of a deficiency on my part.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you like working here?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I sure do.
Have you worked any other jobs before here?
I robbed a train once. That was a
Cool.
fun job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how to respond to that, but that's pretty impressive.
Yeah. I didn't get caught either.
Like what kind of train?
I don't know, 18 cars?
Okay, all right. Like a passenger train.
Oh yeah.
Or
Hands up,
So you
the
robbed-
whole deal. Yeah.
a stick up, like an
Yeah.
Old West stick up.
Oh yeah.
Pretty cool.
I thought so.
Anyone get hurt? Or was it
No.
nice and clean?
Yeah, nice and clean. Luckily, nobody got hurt. We got shot at, though, but Nobody got hurt.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
You know what?
It was a long time ago.
You and I have that in common. So
What? Getting
there's a
shot
shared
at?
experience. Getting shot at, yeah.
Cheers to that.
Yeah. I'll raise my drink and take another sip.
And she's, again, excitedly watching you and rocking back and forth on her heels a little bit. Constantly moving
How
this
strong
one.
is this drink?
Oh, it's pretty strong.
Okay.
You
all right.
rolled a 48 for her, so that's like under 50, so it's well made. But
Okay.
it seems like she was taught to make the drinks a little on the strong side.
Okay, well, yeah, came here for a good time, not a long time. So I, finished the drink. What's the name of this place? I was a Hex and Hound, was that right?
She pauses for a second and looks up and to the right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting name. Do you know where that came from, or?
It was my idea, actually.
Oh, okay, all right. What inspired it?
My boss.
Okay, all right. The Hex or the Hound part?
Both.
Gotcha. Okay. Is JJ short for something? Because you asked me, so, I might ask back.
She crinkles her nose a little bit, like she's thinking and considering.
You don't have to. It's okay.
No, it's okay. Juniper.
You prefer JJ?
I prefer JJ. Names
Well.
have power and all that.
Yeah, I prefer Gus, for what it's worth.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Gus.
It's nice to meet you, JJ. I'm gonna get going. It was really nice meeting you. And on the house, you sure? Or on you, rather?
Oh, yeah. On me. Not on the house. On me. And I'm sure.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. I don't know if I'll ever see you again, but if I'm ever in the area, I'll look you up.
Yeah, okay. She seems to be considering something for a second. Will you make me another roll? This one can be your social.
A strong suit.
Yeah. I do believe at this moment you have rolls against you are 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, minus 10?
Yep.
Or... Which puts my mark at a wonderfully achievable 10.
Oh, boy. You're going to roll a 9.
No, 40.
40. Okay. Would you like to spend a burn to re-roll? I'm not going to tell you
No.
why. Okay. All right.
No.
Yeah. See you around. Gus.
Yeah. See you later, JJ. And yeah, I'm gonna exit back out into the street. I imagine it's like muggy weather.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
yeah. All right.
So, yes.
I head
yes,
out.
Sure is.
Shaking off the character.
Yep. Mhm. It's not
Yeah,
even my
I
character. I did my best, though.
You did great.
Thank you.
I think, yeah, it's Gus is just looking for that, he left the office looking for fresh air and came into like this muggy, like stifling environment. So it's a bit of a runaround regardless. But I think at this point, I take a breath, I sort of steady myself and I go, okay, I'm looking around for
Yeah.
a door somewhere that I can try. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
you're
head
ready to
back
go
now.
back?
I took my moment.
Let's do one more roll, though. This one will be your magic stat. And
All right.
there is no shift, no minus, and no plus. Just want to see if you get lucky. 8. Are you kidding me? That was
You called
weird.
an 8 before, didn't you?
I said 9. I wish I had said 8.
It's a 9.
Okay, but all right. So as you step out, I think you're like feeling all right. I'm good. I'm ready to go. You get the distinct prickly feeling up your neck, like somebody's watching you, and you turn around and you look, and you see a very brief silhouette in the upstairs window of this place before they kind of move away out of the way, and you get the feeling that this place will rob you of your magic if you stay too long. Like it will leech it away and eat it. And then you get the sensation that it's trying to finish what it started. And then you get the sensation that whatever magic was riding along with you is kind of a little less. So if you stand here a little bit longer, you could be free of that extra residue.
There's yeah, I consider that for a moment where it's like, you know,
can
I'm
feel
trying
it kind
to
of leaving you as you stand there and consider it.
like I'm trying to unburden myself.
Yes.
I ended up somewhere that can do it, but I think the fact that it was not a bargain I entered into knowingly and I didn't consent to it, I peel myself away like
you feel that magic. So sorry. You feel that magic that's with you, kind of like it has a little bit of a personality now that you've been with it for a little bit, and you can kind of feel like it's relieved. Like it was very scared when you were in there, and like you've maybe saved it, the last of it.
I have no idea how to process those feelings whatsoever.
Okay.
So I just walk down the street and I'm waiting until I feel some sense of like distance or safety before I would consider trying a door, whether that's like a residential or like okay.
It's a little ways, but then eventually you keep walking, and then that feeling of being drawn to that place kind of fades, and then you see a door and you reach for it, the first door you feel safe with, and you find yourself in the office. Jim seems to be staring at Harry, and Harry seems to be staring at that book. They're pretty silent though.
Yeah. I walk in and close the door behind me, and how drunk am I of that one drink?
That's a good question, and a question I have for you, kind of like how well can you hold? Would you like to roll for it and then add a shift on how your constitution is?
I used to drink a lot, but I haven't drunk in a long time.
Oh, then
so
you're I mean, you drank it pretty quick and then left, so yeah, I'd say yeah.
And it was probably a double or a triple or something. It was probably
100%, yeah.
Yeah, so I come and I go, hey guys, what's new? What's going on?
Oh. I think I can smell that you let off a little steam. Feeling better now?
Yeah. And I take out your gun immediately and go to hand it to you. I was like, I'd really prefer that you had this for now, I think.
Yeah, I think booze and firearms don't go very well together. But thanks for keeping it by your side and keeping it safe.
That's right. I think it might have played a part in us finding you again. Are you good?
Am I good? Well, I'm not the one who got shot. I mean...
No, I mean...
the one that took a bullet. I'm fine. I have no complaints.
sorry.
I have no reason.
No, you're right. Hierarchy of... Harry, are you good?
Now that I got some coffee, doing a little better. But yes, I am.
Awesome.
Thank you, by the way, Gus.
I'm sure you would have done the same for me.
I would have, yes.
And it's watermelon, by the way.
What is?
I must...
It's not important.
But again, thank you. You quite literally saved my life.
Where's Akachi?
Home, I believe. They wanted to take some time after that hubbub.
That's fair.
Yeah, we were just getting to know each other, you know, since we don't really know too much about each other's backstories. That's all we've been doing, really, since you've been gone.
Well, I like you calling them backstories.
I suppose in the situation we're in, it kind of is almost.
Yeah.
You, had me worried, Jim, when we got separated.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I, wasn't expecting to run into the Spamonis. Well, they knew I was going to be there. Luckily, this was a close one. We got out, but I did leave behind what I ended up finding there in the first place, so... Yeah.
What did you find? I mean, if they're your enemies, is that bad that they have whatever that was?
Well, I have a newspaper. My missing wife. Well, they already knew that. But I don't know if there was anything else. I did highlight a couple of things. But... I mean, they already knew. So... hopefully nothing comes of that. But who knows?
Well, sorry you lost that then. How'd your meeting go?
Oh, pretty well. I mean... I don't know a whole lot about your backstory, Gus. Maybe now would be the time for us to get to know you a little better.
Sure, what do you want to know?
Well, we were all, at one point of, before we ended up here, in the middle of something, had something going on. Harry's explained how he was in a precinct, and he found himself here. I explained that, well, you already know my backstory, but, I don't think I really know too much about how you ended up here.
Jeez, I mean, I guess it's... I guess it's not that complicated. I work in forensics. So I'm a crime scene analyst, photography, videography, and, well, a blood spatter analyst, on the side. It's good to be multidisciplinary. So,
I think that is ringing a bell. I think you did discuss that when we first met. Feels like forever ago. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Time is odd here, for sure.
But,
yeah, I was a civilian contractor working with some investigators in Rainier County in Washington. And, yeah, we had a tendency to... I was a civilian contractor in a task force that looked at weird shit, basically. And, or unexplained things, accidents, usually with fatalities involved. So we were usually just ruling out murder was most of our job.
I see.
That's me. That's where I come from.
Yeah, when you opened the door, where were you before you stepped through to the other side into this office?
I was in a dark room. I was, well, the Polaroid is my, I hold up the camera. It's my go-to, for things that are awry, but I had a DSLR camera as, I look at you blankly for a second. I had another kind of camera that I was developing a film reel for.
I see.
And
what was it that you were developing?
You don't have to say right now. We're still getting to know each other.
If that's a sensitive topic, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I was chasing up on an old case, so I went to some places that had some significance to a missing person, and I was re-photographing them, looking for a trace of them. I couldn't see it by the naked eye. Maybe I could see it on the film.
Is that why you had all them photos up in your kitchen when we saw that? I mentioned I was gonna ask you about that.
Yeah, I mean, well, you get enough photos together, you can, Do you deal with tarot at all?
I glanced down at my grimoire cookbook. More recently than not, yes.
Terracotta? At the plant?
No,
thing?
tarot cards. You know, the
Card?
Some call for fortune telling.
No, I don't. That.
Tarot. Tarot.
yeah. So, whether you believe in it or not, and Jesus Christ, maybe I should believe in it more so now, but whether you believe in it as a practice or not, it can be a good way to sort of analyze a situation. The cards can tell you a story when you lay them out, and I thought if I had enough photos tied to this one situation that I could find a pattern in them. So I was making collages. I know that sounds insane, but that's what I was doing. I was trying to find some kind of dots to connect.
No, that lines up quite well. I mean, when I was the short and skinny is I was framed for cheating. I was not actually. I was just gambling and winning, not doing any more than that, at least to my knowledge. It seems that Alda thinks otherwise, but that's why I was in the precinct and arrested. I was a patsy, to maybe put it in a word that Jim might be more familiar with, but that's what you described with the collage. That's essentially what I would do from my job, is I would be watching from different angles of people to see if I could find any details that were out of order, not lining up. See if someone's using their hands in a certain way or certain tells, that sort of thing. Yeah. So I understand. It makes sense to me what you were talking about.
Yeah, it doesn't really qualify as a scientific method as far as crime scene analysis goes. So it wasn't really a thing I shared too much with my colleagues. But
sure, but I think it might be more than you're giving yourself credit for. You're looking at angles and analyzing and seeing where differences are, and that's pretty scientific to me, in my mind at least.
Yeah, I told myself for a long time. I told myself for a long time that it wasn't real, of course, that it was, some kind of placebo effect, or I was, it's like a knack or a hunch, and you're connecting dots that you don't, like you're intuiting something and you're ascribing it to a higher power, whatever the case is. And I told myself, no, this is just a thing I can do. I just have a mind that works like this. But now I'm starting to think it's all magic bullshit, and I've had no control whatsoever, and I'm just kind of riding a wave of... Sorry.
Could be both, to be fair.
Don't be so hard on yourself. Well, I'm just simply saying that it all starts with intuition. Anything, the scientific method starts with intuition. I mean, take Albert Einstein, for instance. It was intuition that led to E = MC squared. An observation that he made, a hunch that turned out to be his most famous theory. So what you're doing, there is a method to the madness. So I wouldn't think despair immediately.
I wouldn't call it madness.
Mm-hmm. No.
Turn a phrase, but yeah.
Turn a phrase.
I get you.
Yeah, give yourself more credit, I think.
Sure, my specialty, for sure. We should figure out where Alder is.
That I agree.
Yeah. She's been missing for what? How long has it been? I don't know. I can't keep track of time here.
An hour? I don't know. I showed up after y'all. It was a little weird for me.
I have to come up with a new measurement of time.
I agree. But
it's at least a few whiles, right?
Yeah.
Sure. Perhaps even a couple wences tossed in. I walk over to Alda's office door and I open it and shut it a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Just to see.
What are you trying to do?
Let's see if
What's your
maybe
intention? Yeah.
She's there one of the times I open it. Perhaps she doesn't use the same door as us.
Make me a roll.
I will. I'm assuming so, but that is an assumption.
So,
All right.
and you'll take the worst option of the two rolls.
I will not, please and thank you.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. You burned out.
I did. I'd like that to count for something.
It does, yeah. Sure. Well, I mean, you didn't die. There's that.
That
All
is
right.
a part of it, true. Any shift?
Nope.
All right. Nah.
Okay.
52. I just kind of open and shut it a few
Like
times.
to take another burn and re-roll that, or are you good?
I feel like I'm okay for now.
Yeah,
I
bet.
appreciate the
You're
offer,
pretty-
though.
Yeah, no
Very
worries.
kind of you.
I'll always offer.
Right.
You open the
no.
door a couple times and you're looking, listening. Her lantern is glowing. It's still going, but you shut the door. She's not there.
All right. I figured I'd try. Maybe she'd just be in the seat.
Yep.
I don't know how this place works.
Fair assumption.
All right. Well, that was the only thought I had there. I think last time I was here, the only thing I recall was the face down picture frame that I did lift up and set up with her and a couple other people.
Just her and one other.
Right, but it wasn't Oggleful.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was someone who didn't know. And there was no name or writing on the back either.
Nope.
It's just that way.
Yep.
Yeah, there was. She didn't leave nothing behind.
Well, do you think she's in the office somewhere? Because these doors open to so many rooms. Like, do you think she's in the office, or do you think she's
That's
somewhere out there?
possible, But Jim, you mentioned that. Did she said something about Josephine being missing, or was that something you noticed and then I also noticed when I came in here?
Something that we all noticed, and she did make mention that we should keep an eye on Josephine because she tends to disappear or
Right.
move to places, when you're not looking. Speaking of which, have you seen her?
I haven't, and I'm now looking out the corner of my eye
Anybody
around.
who wants to look can make a quick roll. Your magic roll.
Yeah, I'm looking around. Why not? Would Devlin details fit here?
Not here.
Okay. Didn't think so, but
Yeah, it's
wanted
all right.
to
It's
ask.
good to ask, yeah.
A 2.
Okay. You will notice her immediately. She seems to be under Miss Moore's desk.
Oh, the one that we moved.
Yeah.
And then moved back.
Yeah.
All right. Well, don't need to look now. Josephine's here. And under Ms. Moore's desk, so no need to look directly.
Is who? That's right.
Yeah, the one we've never seen, but apparently works here and helps out on occasion.
Oh. Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
Wonder if we'll ever get to meet her.
I don't know. Well, now we've solved the mystery of where Josephine went. Maybe that'll mean Aldo will come back shortly, or...
Can we communicate with Josephine?
I think we've...
Maybe ask her where Alder is?
I mean, we've talked at it at one time or another, but nothing seemed to happen.
You want to talk to a doll?
It's a doll that moves that we can't look at directly, so that's not the weirdest thing I've heard.
No,
Yeah.
but it kind of sounds a little...
There's nothing weird about talking to dolls. It's actually a perfectly normal way for someone to practice social interactions. So I actually think it makes total sense.
I feel
Well,
like
go
a stuck
for
a
it.
nerve there.
If you want to go ahead,
If
One of
you're
y'all.
I'm gonna-
in talking to dolls, then
Yeah, expert in talking to dolls and being hugged by ghosts. That's my CV.
oh, that's the resume, and yeah.
Yeah, curriculum vitae. Yeah.
I was just
I
going to
sit-
assume that meant credentials.
Yeah.
Fits. Yeah.
I sit down next to where Harry has pointed Josephine out, and I'm gonna slide a notepad and a pencil around the corner and be like, hey, Josephine, listen. We want to find Alder, and we're worried that she's endangered. Do you know where she is or how we could find her, maybe?